Welcome to Meadowbrook Memories Podcast. I am Jelly, otherwise known as Glacier Prince, and my co-host is Hitchcock, otherwise known as Alfred Henry. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore the stories behind the magic that was created at Meadowbrook. When over a span of 4 years, between 1982 and 1986, we saw the transformation of a small coeducational school with less than 1,200 students, 800 boys, 800 girls and 400 boys into a successful sports and scholastic champion, winning 7 major trophies, 3 Sunlight Cup, 2 Topping Cup, 1 Walker Cup, and 1 Nutriment Shield. And to crown these achievements, Meadowbrook also produced 2 Rhodes Scholars, Cavell Creighton in 1987 and Andrea Wright in 1989, both graduates of Meadowbrook in 1983. In this podcast series, we'll be speaking to persons, both males and female, who were actively involved in this incredible journey, along with friends and staff at Meadowbrook, which inspired the environment which created this golden era. We hope you enjoy our discussion. Please give us as much support and encouragement as you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. Welcome and thanks for joining us. Oh, all right, ready, go. Today is Sunday, November 6, 2022, and welcome back to another conversation about Meadowbrook memories. Me, as usual, Glacier, our Lance, our Jelly, our Prince, and any one of those names will do. My co-host today is Garfield Marston, the man who I call the magician skipper because he plucked victory out of the jaws of defeat in that famous Sunlight Cup final against Calabar in 1984. And he led that team against a powerful Sets cricket team which had 9 Jamaican youth players to within 1 rough of share in the Sparling Cup, the trophy for All Island schoolboy supremacy. Our guest today, I will give a proper introduction. He was a member of that team that broke the glass ceiling that won the first major trophy for Meadowbrook in 1982. He was a member of the squad, the 1982 Sunlight Cup winning squad. He was a member of that Colts team that went to the finals in the 1982 and lost in the finals. He was a member of that great team that Marston captained in 1984 that beat Calabar by 4 runs and come within 1 run of winning the All Island Championship. And I think that's where him get the nickname from, Cut Shot, but him can't tell me that when we talk about it. But without further ado, the man is here for tell him one story. Welcome, Leon, Cut Shot, Johno Johnson. Introduce yourself, Johno.
Yes, sir. Skippers. Yeah, I was privileged to have both of you as my leader at some point. Yes, the name is Leon Johnson, mostly known at school as Johno. And later on, when I got involved with playing cricket, I got the name Cut Shot. Yeah. So I want to say, man, it's a wonderful thing with what you're doing here, Jelly, because I feel like it's a soap opera thing. It's like every week, I'm just anxiously awaiting. As soon as it comes on, I'm on YouTube, giving my likes because like it's just a good. The memories are so wonderful, It's just like it brings sometimes it tear up your eye, Just the pleasure that you enjoyed as you went through school, and to reflect and with some of these guys, it's just a wonderful thing.
Yeah, thank you, John. I appreciate that I come from one. Trust me, whenever the man who used to play cricket with, especially the younger man, them talk the way about me there, so I really appreciate it. When John,
yes, sir,
and Dirk last week and Devon on the talk and compliment me, I really appreciate that, my brother. So more than anybody, but we play with younger man and I appreciate it. So I love that. Thank you, my brother. I didn't know it would have such an impact on you. I love doing it. I love the conversation. Them. I'm glad to love the conversation. So thank you again, my brother. And
yes,
Marston, reintroduce back yourself, my brother.
Yeah. So of course this is Garfield Marston. I mean, Jelly has already done the introduction in terms of the cricketing exploits. I went to Meadowbrook in 1970, pretty much the same year as Leon Cutshot Johnson, and I left in 1985. I completed the upper 6. Jelly and that group of guys that we played with in the 82 Sunlight season, they was really instrumental in terms of us developing as cricketers and developing that winning mentality that, took us to a couple other Sunlight Cups, 84, I think 86, on that captaincy of Kevin Reese, aka the Sicilian. So, it's another opportunity. Jelly asked me to co-host, and it's a privilege and an honor. And I just reiterate what Leon says in terms of it's really a pleasure to sit down and listen to the exploits and the stories, of all the greats who has actually gone through Meadowbrook. And on a Saturday, it's mostly on a Saturday when I'm working, doing stuff around the house or as my wife's business place that I really get a chance to listen to these podcasts. And, they're a joy to listen to, honestly. So again, thanks, Jelly. And I'm here to listen to Leon's story and to ask any questions I deem relevant. Thanks again.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you, Tuan. And before we start this week, I can't do it without mentioning him because I'm a good friend. I'm Master and Johno, I know him personally too. This week, me hear about the passing of my good friend, Noel Alfonso Curtis, who was a member of that 1982 winning Sunlight Cup team, an integral part of that team. So, we just want to pay respect to the man because he was an integral part of the team and he was a hillsman like your master. And so, I can't make this pass without I say, rest in peace, my brother. And the memories of Meadowbrook was great. That's all I can say. I don't know if we have anything we want to say about him, but yeah.
Yeah, I would second that. Noel Alfonso Curtis, rest in peace. I lived about a quarter mile from him, and to your point, he's an integral part of that 82 team. He was my skipper in 83 before I took over the leadership in 84. And I mean, when you hear these stories of, people you went to school with passing on, it really brings your own mortality, to light. But all I can say is, rest in peace and condolences to his family and friends.
Yeah. And John, you have anything you want to say to that?
Yeah, and I would just say the same thing, rest in peace, brother, because in 83 when he was the captain, I remember those famous runs going up on the Rompton Drive coming down. And that was when I realized that the training thing was serious, You see my Goosey leading the thing. And I was saying, man, I've been joking all along, So I reflect on that the other day and I was laughing to myself. I always thought I was pretty good with distant running. Mm-hmm. This brother just let me look like I wasn't trying, Mm-hmm. So I always remember that I had a smile on my face at times, So rest in peace, my brother. It was a pleasure. It was a joy.
It was. It's a pity I didn't get him story, Master. That's the only regret I have, that I never get to tell him story.
Yeah.
It would have been great to have him conversation we can play back over and over again. So, but you don't get everything we want in our life, We just get where and it come that way. Anyway, Johno, by now, so the first question we ask anybody who come on them conversation, did you choose Meadowbrook? Or Meadowbrook chose you?
Well, I chose Meadowbrook. And my younger years, I used to go between, I was born in Kingston and I moved to St. James, a place called Maroon Town, and sometime at a place called Red Dirt in St. Elizabeth. So came back in 1975, I came back from the country and came back to Kingston to live. And my mom took me to St. Richard's, but I couldn't get in, and she brought me to Swallowfield. So I left. When I was in Swallowfield, the common entrance time came up. I didn't even know what this common entrance was all about or anything like that. And that came up, and the teachers were giving us, little advice as to, how to make a choice for schools and so on. So one of the things was the proximity of the school to relative to where you lived, and I thought, okay, well, let's say Meadowbrook is close by and Calabar. So I chose Meadowbrook and Calabar. Meadowbrook was my first choice. So when the common entrance result came out, I as I said, I didn't even know what was happening. A girl that lived at the lane where I was, she called and said, "Oh, you pass your common entrance for Meadowbrook," and that was where it all started.
So how come you pick Meadowbrook? John, we didn't know about Meadowbrook for say I picked Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook was the closest school?
Pretty much, that was it.
Okay, that's a proximity thing. So which way you used to live
Yeah.
at the time?
I used to live at Greendale Drive, a place called across from Aki Walk.
Oh yeah, I know where that there.
The other side of the gully. The other side of the gully, yeah.
Yeah, man, I know where you talk. I walk this every day to come to school. I come from Pembroke. I know where you talk.
Yeah.
So Pembroke, hear me, Meadowbrook was like they just said, boy, the nearest place you want to go this at all. It never mattered to you.
Well, yeah, that was the criteria of me making the choice to go to Meadowbrook was the proximity to where I used to live, from where I used to live. So if I didn't have to take a bus or anything like that, you know, so I said, okay, I chose Meadowbrook, and then Calabar was my second choice. But, you know, I was glad, you know, to get a chance to go to Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
So I didn't know anything about the school. I didn't know where it was, because even the first day, it was my mom who took me there.
Yeah, we're just going to ask you that. So you never been to the school before. So the first day you come out of school, what the feeling was like when you come on the campus?
It was a similar experience to when I started Swallowfield, because the I guess it probably was almost a similar size campus. You know, and I guess I was I guess happy to be going to high school. You know, nothing stood out that much for me. You know,
Okay.
It just
Not even the girls, Johno.
I was a shy guy, you know, so
Yes.
my mouth wasn't watering yet.
Not yet. So who are some of the people you meet on the first term? Remember some of your student them? We remember from first week, first term.
Fortunate for me, I was in class with Devon McDonald. We were in school at Swallowfield.
Okay, the two one come from Swallowfield together. I got
yeah. So that was good for me, you know, somebody I could talk to. I remember, I think there was Raymond Robinson. He and I went to a basic school out 100 Lane. They call it Meadowbrook. We used to go to that school, and I think it was in the assembly hall. I walked over to him, asked if he remembered me. You know, so there were two familiar faces for me at the time, and so that was a good thing for me. You know, but
And what's some of the teacher that you remember, Johno? I come to school at the time.
I had a very attractive form teacher. Her name was Miss Johnson.
Yeah.
I think she was in some kind of pageant, Jamaica, Miss Jamaica or something like that. You know, and
name? I didn't remember.
Yes. So I got my name Johno from first form, because she was Johnson, I was Johnson, and it was even Devon again. He said, "Hey, we call her Johnson and call you Johno." So that's where I took on the name Johno.
Well, so McDonald get a nickname from first farm. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So some of the guys that I was in class with was like...
Sorry. Johno, I don't cut you off. You know, so Raymond nickname is Johno too.
Yes.
Raymond Robinson.
Yes.
Really? I never know that. All that come out, master.
I have no idea, but from I know Raymond nickname is Johno.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yes, so Johno, you say some of the other people may meet, some of the other students may know when you just come on the campus.
Well, for my form, it would have been, you know, like Paulette Barnes, Lorraine, Mackenzie, I think her name was. You know, Ivory Turner, Maureen Gutsmore. You know.
Who's later that too?
Eh?
Who is later that?
Yes.
I was in primary school with both of them.
Yeah, you probably remember Hyacinth too then, Hyacinth Boyd.
Hyacinth Boyd. Oh yeah. Three of us, all of us are in primary school at Rockwell together.
Well, he's a part of Hills Posse that Marston.
Yep, those three ladies are Hills Posse. Yep.
Yeah, man. So Paulette, Maureen, and Hyacinth, all of them, from that side.
Yeah.
Rockwell Radios. Yeah. Man.
So apart from a farm teacher, she was just enough to look at that. The name needs to look for nobody else.
Well, but it wasn't concerned with nothing more. You're comfortable. Yeah.
Don't blame me, my brother. I remember her well, too. I don't blame you. Sorry.
Mhm.
I know exactly where you're at. Yes, yes, yeah. So you come to Meadowbrook then now. Did you worry about the reputation like what Meadowbrook have as a soft school or a school where sports wise? Before you answer that, did you have any ambition, say, to play cricket or football for Meadowbrook?
None at all. Because I never played soccer. I never played. Oh no, I played soccer once before any kind of organized soccer once, football once. That was when we were leaving Swallowfield.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably the last day. A guy by the name of Patrick Piranda, they call him Jabugs. He went to Calabar. They organized a class match against another team, or grade 7 or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first time I got a taste of what soccer was, what football was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when I came to Meadowbrook, like as I say, I was a loner. I never, where I was from, I guess my parents were trying to preserve or protect me. So I wasn't exposed. I couldn't go out on the road. I couldn't do certain things. I just have to be in the house, you know, be in my yard because, you know, my father don't want me to get involved in certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the environment I was. So I don't know if I was shy or sheltered or whatever it is, but I never knew about no Calabar, no KC, no this and that. I didn't know anything, no repetition about schools or anything like that.
Okay, that never mean nothing to you at all. The parents were so protective of you, like them, that's why I go to school and come back home.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Because the environment that I grew up in, you know what it's like in those areas. You know, it's a neck of the woods. You know.
So who introduced you to the football season first? You started the sports. When you first realized that you have talent in football, because you never played before competitively.
Yeah, well, that same day at Swallowfield, the guy Patrick Piranda, as I said, Jabugs, he was. I guess those guys were exposed. They were playing formal football or whatever it is. So he was impressed with my defensive skills.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when I started at Meadowbrook and went to PE, and I think the first year was going to be soccer. I was excited to try it again.
At the first term.
Yes. Yes. So I think my PE teacher was Mr. Owen at the time. Yeah. So we were on the second shift.
Oh yeah, forget 200 upon the second shift. Master ended up on the second shift too.
No, Master was first shift.
I was first shift.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you not met Johno then first farm then Master, not right away.
Not right away.
Yeah.
Farm competition maybe would have been.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, when we started the inter-farm football.
Yeah.
You'd have play each other.
Yeah. So that was when I started playing the soccer now, and the as Fidel Woodham would have been the guy who those guys have cleats and everything like that, you know, and you know all we know is running around barefooted, you know. So then the Puma, who have Puma and all those things, Patrick and the Adidas and all those things start coming.
Gola boots was a big thing back then too.
Yeah. The cheap one, the cheap black boots.
Yeah.
So you never won a football boots at all in Johno come Meadowbrook?
Never. I'm telling you this. The reason why I'm laughing now is that years after, I think it's about 20 years ago almost. Yeah, about 20 years ago, I bought my first pair of football boots.
Really?
Yeah. So I lived in a complex and we were playing. I just went to the store and bought the football boots. And I came home and I put it on and went on the back to go play some soccer with the guys in the back. And because they weren't wearing cleats, I decided to take mine off. My first pair of boots. And guess what happened to me? I went in a tackle and broke my toe. They could do. I just had to just bear the pain because they couldn't do anything. My toe was just sticking up in the ear. And I pulled it out and went to the hospital. And they just said, enjoy my pain, you know, because they could do.
And reset it, yeah.
Yeah, broken toe. Yeah, so, yeah, man, when I was at school, like playing soccer, I think probably somebody was good enough to lend your boots. That was about it. So
So how much first time they were at the time in terms? I'm not sure I remember now. A two shift in total. How
yeah,
much it
there was.
was?
I think it was six MHS, and I think I don't remember the
No,
J.
no, no. That was second form. I think they changed. In first form, just A, B, and C. So
Okay.
you had like 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. Then you had 1A, 2 or something like that, 1B, 2, which was the second
Okay.
shift, and
Yeah.
1C. I think there were like 3 second shift first form and
Yes.
4 first shift. So I
Oh,
think there
that
was like
match. So it
7
was
first
seven
form.
separate farm then master between the man and the
Yeah.
evening. Yeah. That match I get. Right. So did you
Mm.
feel anyway, John, coming for an evening trip, did it make you feel disoriented away that you come school that evening?
No, I adjusted quickly. It was not issue at all. I was happy to, but I used to reach school early because I don't know, with Fidel and there was another guy, Henry Mead, Wayne Cameron, it was this Chinese guy. I don't remember his name. So there was a basketball court there too, and I don't know, some involvement with basketball. So I used to take home the ball. I also take the ball home and I wash the ball and come back and clean like just come out of the store.
Yeah.
Because I guess I was just trying to get integrated in the school. I was playing and getting comfortable.
At the time, let me ask you a question. What was the feeling like when you come from Meadowbrook campus and you see how the campus look in terms of like the trees them and that's how the layout of the camp? What was the impression of the whole place? Compared to Swallowfield, I have an idea what Swallowfield is. Swallowfield is like a concrete block.
Yeah, mostly asphalt, I think.
Yeah. What the feel you get you come to Meadowbrook and you see the whole heap of greenery at the time? The whole heap of greenery.
Well, it didn't stand out that much to me, as I said. As I say, I was just happy to be going to school there, getting out of the house, getting away. Just a place, a retreat for me. I was just happy to be away.
I got you. That's
Yeah.
That's why I come school early and all them way there, yeah.
All them thing there.
Yeah.
As I say, when I'm home, I can't. If I go up to school and when I reach in, I can't go back out on the road. Weekends, you can't touch the road.
I got you. Yeah, we'll get to that. So sports became a refuge for you then in terms of say.
I started loving it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Really?
Master says, "May I have John write a bio for me? You want to know what John write? John write play football and cricket and school enough class." No, I understand why. Like the sports became a refuge for him. For make sure him can
Stay out.
Yes, yeah.
Stay out, yeah.
Sports was the most important thing for you. I
Escape from
understand,
home.
John, right? I come to that because I don't understand why you write it that way that you write it. Because it's like I say, sports are gonna make you can go out on Saturday, you stay home late, expose yourself to a whole heap of things. Yeah. All right, so when who are the first one to recognize the football talent first? Which one is sports master them, or which one is teammate them at Meadowbrook?
Well, it was the same guy, Fidel Woodham. Yeah, and I started playing. And those days there was Norman Nar, some of the big ballers, Charlie Bob.
Charlie Bob.
And Andrew Elliott.
Andrew Elliott.
Andrew Elliott on the side at the same time.
Yeah. It was the big thing.
Yeah.
But Alan Blackwood,
yeah.
So those were the guys, and in a sense, as I say, my defensive, I guess because I just enjoyed just being free, just to be able to run. I was a good defender at the time. So it was a chat. I challenged those guys, whoever it is that I was playing with around those times. So we didn't win, but we were really competitive when we had to play those big names.
You see a lot of those big names that you're talking about there, Johno.
Yeah.
Because those guys came out of the prep school, so they were coming out of organized football. So they had already played a lot of organized football.
Yes.
Yeah, so those were the big name guys.
I'm also right at that. And primary school never have an organized competition at the time. I don't know what it is like now, but I know none never exists at all for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like none ever existed at the time at all, master. No primary school football
Nope.
competition. No, yeah. So you're coming at the high school now, is like you're at a disadvantage the man who play organized. A certain disadvantage, because if you're naturally gifted like how Johno was, it not gonna make no difference at all. You're good. You're just good. At that age. Yeah. So which are the first competitive match you remember I played for Meadowbrook? Football or cricket? Which was the first competitive one?
For Meadowbrook, it would have been I think it would have been the Coles cricket.
Oh, really? So you became a cricketer before a footballer then? Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
John, let me ask you a question. Because I played soccer, there was a first farm all-star football team that was a year pick.
Yeah.
And there was also a first farm all-star cricket team. You never played on any of those?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember any of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that. Like even at first farm, I think Devon McDonald, I think we call him Nutty. He played, I think, under 14. He played. He made the under 14 team, and he broke his wrist, I think. So he was out for the season.
Devon used to play football too.
Yes.
Yeah, because I know from the same interfarm, both interfarm cricket and football. Mr. Here had picked what them used to call at the time a first farm all-star team. I remember I played 2 games. I think one was against Calabar, one was against JC up JC. That's the soccer. Right?
Yes.
And I remember people like Alan Black was on that team. Nar, Kurt Campbell was on that team.
Yeah.
And then there was a first.
I wasn't, other than PE, I wasn't involved in much at school.
Okay.
And the interfarm thing, that would have been it.
Okay.
You know, and I don't remember even though I went and tried out for the Coles. Because I think the first year your captain Coles was which year?
82. 82.
That's in a third farm, master.
That I was in third farm, yeah.
Not 81?
No, 82.
82. Okay, well that was the first
81
time.
81 the captain under 14.
Okay. I don't remember if under 14. I don't remember playing under 14. I was not the under 14 team.
I'm not sure I remember.
Yeah, I
You
think
sure?
I don't remember under 14 at all.
No, man, I'm sure you play under 14 in 81.
Yeah?
So
I'm not
let
sure.
me clarify, master. So you said, Johno, you never played no competitive sport for Meadowbrook until you reached Colts?
No, never played.
That thing why master I said that because somebody I heard immense talent. That doesn't sound right at all, master, right?
No, man, I'm not sure John play under 14 with me in 81, man. But captain under 14, 81, I'm sure John was part of that team.
Okay, well, you know, you might be right because I remember going to KC. I remember bowling I was a fast bowler at the time, I guess.
Yes, and you did fast.
Yes, I remember that too, Johno. You used to bowl some PS. Yes.
Yeah, so I remember going to the first match at KC.
And this is the under 14 competition.
Yes. So under 14 would have been it.
Yeah. Well,
The old brain are good at all.
Well, that's why we have them conversation. Yeah. So, hold on. Yeah. By the time you meet Mr. Year, where the first time you meet Mr. Year?
The first time we meet Mr. Year, it was over the I think it was, I don't remember with Mr. Owen what happened, but he took us over there and we were at that little ESO building.
Yeah, don't have a field, yeah.
So he said everybody should sit down and think of nothing.
Oh, Mr. Year telling you that?
Yeah, think of nothing. Every time I remember it, he said, blank your mind, think of nothing. And we were there. I think he wanted to run us that day. So he was preparing us mentally. And I remember him, I think it probably was the soccer season too. Mm-hmm. They started giving us the basics. And the cricket again, I remember him. It was the first time I got involved in playing cricket was the form thing again, PE. Mm-hmm. And he held the bat and he put one finger on the bat and he said, okay, the bat, the face of the bat is facing where the bowler is coming from. And you stand up wherever it is, if you're left-handed or right-handed, and you put if say I'm right-handed, I put my right finger on the bat. I'll be looking up towards the bowler where it's coming from. I swing my hand and I hold on the handle of the bat, and then the other one that was on top, I would use that to balance the next side. So I remember him going over even the way to hold your bat.
Yeah.
And I got involved with that, and I took off.
Yeah, no, that is amazing. Martin, you know, that's a Johno was a novice.
I never know Johno was a novice. So Johno, so like how me used to, as we tell Jelly and then my team, used to play cricket by picking off like the young grapefruit off of the tree and all that kind of thing there. And with board bats. You never used to do none of that?
I couldn't come out of my yard.
Okay. Wow.
Wow, indeed, Marsan. The man come to school that green talent, Marsan. Nothing.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
Nothing. The only thing I ever said is to go to the supermarket and run from down there, run up to the road and run back.
And come back.
Yeah, quick and fast.
Yeah. So you never have no brother or sister, Johno? No brother or sister? I
had one brother, but he at that time he wasn't living with me.
Okay, I got you. The older brother?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. So you one then?
I was alone, as I say.
That's what I mean. I see why it's more difficult for them to let you out and some more protective of your I see that.
Yeah.
I see that.
But saying this, like when I was in the country, I would take a bus from Montego Bay to Kingston on my own at age 5 or 6.
But when you're down, you can't. You have to come home right away.
My as I said, my dad grew up Blackhands Lane, up in those areas. And a lot of his friends, or a lot of the people he knew, the tragic ending with them.
Yeah. So I can't understand why I want to be protective of you, John. I can't see that.
Yeah. So it must have been, even my neighbors, I couldn't go to anybody's yard or anything like that. I was just in my house, in my yard with my 2 dogs. That was my only friends.
Yeah. Oh, interesting, John. Interesting. So your first competitive match with Meadowbrook, they say is a cricket match.
Yeah,
you teach you for all the bat and you were a bowler before you were a batsman then. That's what I say.
Yeah, I was a bowler. What happened when Mr. Here started giving us the little things with cricket? I went to the library and I picked up a cricket book, and I took that book home and I started looking how to bowl. So the bowl is spin, how to hold the ball, or you shine one side of the ball, and I heard Hitchy talking about it when you're bowling and you're looking from the door, with your hand up and you're looking through at the stump and all that. So I caught onto those things quickly.
Yeah.
And I started running up and I started jumping and I started bowling.
Practicing.
But what happened, because my frame, I guess I wasn't developed enough to sustain the speed that I used to bowl with.
Mm-hmm.
So I hurt myself eventually and I had to stop bowling.
Mm-hmm. So when you stop bowling, you take up the batting?
Yes. I started becoming more of a batsman at that time.
Yeah, I remember you as a fast bowler first. So hold on, let me ask you something. So not even the cricket commentary you used to listen to on the radio?
Only when I started playing Coles and then started Sunlight, then I started getting involved.
You get interested in that, I got you.
Yeah. And the World Cup, like even 80 World Cup, I didn't remember the soccer. I didn't even pay attention to that. But I think it was 82?
82 World Cup.
Espana 82, the greatest World Cup ever.
Yes.
So then I started playing soccer then. I started playing football, and then that was part of Mr. Year's thing that we should learn,
You grew up. You became
the position.
The World Cup was after win Sunlight Master. Yeah, it would have been in June. Yes.
Yeah.
It was after win the Sunlight now in them there. So Johno, you were playing Colts the same year we reached the Sunlight Cup final. You were part of the Colts team?
Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
How successful was that Colts team? You can't say it for us on the Master in terms. I don't remember at all.
I don't remember where we went, where we ended up neither.
Master, you captain a team there. The fourth farmer never up on the team? The Master.
I'm trying to remember. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, go ahead,
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if anybody from fourth farm was on that team.
And maybe the dread and Becky just decides there at the future and just a groom.
No, man, we were actually quite decent, you know. That 82 Colts team
Yeah.
probably finished, but then, you know, what you said me, you had like 2 zones, and the 2 zone winner will go to the final.
Right. That's
And I think we finished second or third in our zone.
Which is good, which is very good at the time.
Yeah,
yes.
but yeah, man, we're a pretty good team, man. Cause that Colts team was Johno, me, Eddie, Dirk, Reese. I think by the time Itchy was on the team.
Yeah.
Minot was on the team. Wiggly
Dean Miller
was on the team.
Dean Miller.
Miller, yeah.
Miller.
I mean, I play on the Sunlight squad too, yes.
Yeah, not Miller, Mia.
Yeah.
Oh, like a master,
Yeah.
tell me that one. I'm calling himself that.
No,
Yes,
he could not pronounce his L's. Yeah, that list.
So when say Mia?
Yeah.
Yo, but I like, you know, say, I'm the only one, I just don't know him there. You know him there? Anybody know him there?
No, I have no clue.
You should be able to find me on Facebook, man. I was there. I had some contact probably about 2 years ago. You should be able to find me on Facebook.
If you find him, let me know, man. Him and
Yeah,
Leon
man.
Green are the two man who want to get in touch with. I want to talk to everybody on all that team, them, man. Everybody eventually. So him I want, if you find him, master,
Yeah.
you send it to me, let me know, me reach out to you. But yeah.
Yeah, so that was a pretty decent Colts team.
Yeah, that's a strong Colts team, master.
Yeah, I think we had to finish second or third in the zone.
Yeah, you call them name, they know. Them man, every one of them man are going to win. So like up, either part of the squad in 82 or 84 or 86, winning a play
Yep.
on the team. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So the first match you remember I played for Meadowbrook, no, Johno. Tell me a little about the first match you remember I played for Meadowbrook.
I took 5 for 19 at KC.
Oh, really?
And then Dixon come out shine me, take 7.
Oh, what?
Darren Dixon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took 7 that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is under 14 our Colts.
I think my probably was the under 14.
Under 14. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was a pace bowler then, you know, I had a little bit of speed and everything like that, you know.
Yeah.
I can attest to that. He was pretty nippy even at that age, Jelly.
Yeah.
Trust me.
And even the end of season competition, you know, that 6-a-side, I said 6-a-side it was.
Yeah, man. The dread always have them competition, man. 6-a-side. Yeah, man. Remember?
Yeah,
6-a-side football.
Cricket to master and have cricket competition to man. 6-a-side. You forget
Yeah,
about
man,
that?
that year.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was such a good bowler because my team won because it's like nobody couldn't bat me. You know,
man.
they just have to just play.
I remember that well done. I'm glad you remind me about that, man. We used to play them competition. But I remember I used to have a competition in master.
Yeah, I remember me used to play the 6-a-side football, but honestly, I never remember the 6-a-side cricket.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, remember my boy oh my gosh, that's his name.
When though?
Johnson. Diego, man.
Diego, yeah.
I remember Diego dropping me up in the hills. Oh, those were fun. Like the 6-a-side at the end of the season for soccer and cricket. Like those were some of my funnest times, man.
Yeah, man, because it's all fun for children. It's all the fun, and because yeah.
Yeah, everybody was just having a good time, you know. I remember winning both, and they get the kick.
The 6-a-side used to play up a top field with two wooden goals, wooden stick.
Yeah.
And the goal used to face the building.
Yeah, one away, one towards over towards the road that G live on there.
Dirk used to,
and one behind the woodwork shop there.
And one behind the woodwork center,
yeah. Yeah, but top field the 6-a-side used to be one. Both cricket
for the soccer, for the football, yeah.
Yeah. I remember, man. I remember that good. So let me ask you
something. So Mr. Ye was playing what I call it T10 and T20 long before.
Exactly, Martin, exactly. I'll tell you one that all a while. When I see the T20 I play, the dread I play that long. Yeah. About 40 years, 30 years before I had at the time. I don't know. Yeah. He was a visionary when it comes to that, master. You're right about that, man. Because the brand that cricket where I'm playing, I same thing we used to play, man. Same sort of mind. I'm that thing, man, I said, we just play a whole heap of cricket.
Yeah.
Which would improve a game. So, when you play first match for the school now, Johno, Where you go and tell your father? Say, when you start playing cricket for Meadowbrook, where you tell your father? How that transition they go?
My parents were never involved in my thing at school, the cricketing thing and anything like that. My dad was he used to drive a truck, so he used to carry market people. So most of the time he was out or he was buying bottles or something like that to come and sell. So he wasn't home a lot. My mom was here. She used to go in her church activities. So as I say, I was alone. I was home mostly by myself. I remember my mom coming to one cricket match. I remember playing Calabar in a tapping cup match. We knock out the bottom field.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. And that was the one time I made a 50.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like they weren't involved in my thing. Like my mom wouldn't say, how was the cricket today or anything like that. My dad wouldn't. No, that wasn't something important to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
No, but I
So,
think what really I asked it on is how did they feel that the fact that you have to go stay later now at school? How that transition they go?
well, as I said, they weren't. When I started doing that and I coming home, I was coming from training. That was all right.
Ah,
It was,
you have a reason why you come home late.
yeah.
Oh, I got
It
you.
was,
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I hear what you say. I hear what you say. So, all right, let me transition into this one because this is very important. Because when you made the Sunlight squad in 1982 as a third farmer, were you surprised that they draft you in the team?
let's say I started doing the bowling, and I think I was decent with the bowling. So it was it might have been even Master and our Scabo said, oh, they're gonna go train with the Sunlight team, and I just went along with them. You know. And so that's how I got started with that. And then with the Evelyn Cup and all that kind of thing, you know, one game here.
Yeah.
Based on your performance during your course cricket game or whatever it is that week or whatever it is, you might get a chance, to play. So that's kind of how that went.
So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So the year after that, now then I started actively saying, okay, I'm going to try out for the cricket team.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So the year when we reached the Sunlight Cup final, the 82. You remember the team? I look back on the picture of them and I say you are actually a member of the team.
Yes.
And that squad there.
Yeah.
Did you play any game at all the year, or you just?
I think I played one game. I think I played one game. I think we were against Calabar, at Calabar. Yeah, but I drank from the winning cup. I drank the little beer after Master. The Master, real beer. Yes, man, the red stripe. Say, okay, but this beer.
For the taste beer, Johno. Eh?
Yes. First time.
For saying that cup out of the beer. So hold on, let me ask you something. Because did you at any time think say when we reach the final, did you think say we could have win?
Our team was pretty good, Like coming along, the games coming along, because I never doubted. Let's put it that way. I thought we would have won. Coming along, it was the synergy was there.
Yeah,
the guys banded together, and we were a team, a real team. Because a lot of time I laugh and I talk to people. I said, when I used to play cricket, I used to feel under the bat. It was just Master say, oh, Johno, go there, go feel. Anywhere he put you, you're just comfortable, you're just supporting your team, you just play your part, in making the team better. Anywhere at all. I remember at Excelsior one day, I'm feeling under the bat, and the guy went for a half drive. I mean, if they don't play the ball properly, they're out, They're caught. That's how close he was. And the guy went for a half drive, and I'm right there. and the guy just boom, I hit the ball, and I just cut and just threw it up in the air. And I'm like, when I think back, I said, I think I was a crazy kid.
But those were the days before helmets.
Before helmet.
Yeah. Long before
And
helmet.
funny enough, Kelly, guess what happened? I used to always squint, and they used to say, John, why are you squinting? I didn't realize that my eyes weren't good and I wasn't seeing properly.
Really? You never back the way that that me I come to that because man say, you know, so the man did I go blind and the man I play some cut shot and some hook shot there.
It was just good reflexes.
Yeah, that is
I was going
amazing.
bad.
That's all I can tell. You had some amazing reflexes at all. You never I don't think the only other man I could I love hook and cut like you, are Gary Sims.
Yeah.
You remember him?
Yeah, man. I remember Gary and I played, I made 1 century the interfarm competition too.
Mm-hmm.
And it was when I opened the batting. So we were not out. I made a century. I don't remember how much he made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, so
Like,
go ahead.
I don't know. It's like I was fearless when I was playing cricket. You know, when I was playing football, I was fearless. I remember a match we were playing the Colts, and we played the Manning Cup team with Ira Turner, Bubba Roy, and those guys. Like, those are some of the matches that you played. It's like, man, it was so good. We played three 45-minute sessions.
Yeah.
And we took those guys. They couldn't beat us.
Yeah, this was the Colts team, the 82 Colts
Colts
team.
team. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like those days were so good, man. It was so much fun. It was like a joy, man.
And I remember, and a match and a half, play, yeah.
We were. That's what I say. That was the time the fitness got to a different level. Because I hear, I remember, we were trying out for the Manning Cup team.
Yeah.
And Itchy and I say we're gonna cook up some ackee and saltfish.
Yeah.
Itchy Burke and I we came for the summer training, summertime.
Yeah.
We buy 1 2 pound of hard bread, you know. We break it in half, and Itchy and I clean it off.
Half a bread.
Half a bread.
Before football training.
What training? I get the nutrition up.
Yeah.
It was just a fun time, you know. It was
just a time. Yes, it was. You know, I remember about them days, you know. I'm on another side, you know, so remember more all the training and the fun we have done. Sometimes the cup them will win.
Yeah.
Yes.
The train, like you go to training, and today they might be mouthing you, and it's all there, all this way, and nobody don't get upset. Nobody's gonna start fighting.
No. Yeah.
It was just fun. You just enjoy it, whatever it is, and just go with it.
Yeah, man. The training. If we look back on the days, man, the training, remember, man. The training, them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So remember, as I said, that we can't stop talking about a few months race between me and P. Brown. And get sanction it to right. And P. Brown, the first time I'm in a 6 time, so I can eat him food and I go run. Yeah. So, you know what, surprise, so when we finally, were you aware, Johno, that Meadowbrook had never won a trophy before we won that in 1982?
Afterwards, I realized that.
You never realized the significance before at all?
Never. And even afterwards, it was just like, for me, it was great. It was a wonderful thing. But the thing about it, I don't think it got to my head to say, okay, this is it and whatever it is, and we're top of the world. Or we played like it, but we never acted like it, you know? You know, it was great, man. It was a wonderful time, you know, a turning point, as you put it, you know?
Yeah, man.
And it was to higher heights, you know?
It went on to greater things. I'm going to talk more about that because I think
so let me ask Johno a question. So, Johno,
yeah.
So the fact that you said that in 82, you weren't even aware that we had not yet won any major trophy, right? That means then you were not aware that we had actually gone to the semi-final, I think in 1980.
1980, yeah.
No, because as I say, I wasn't following up that too much.
Okay.
My thing was just form, and that was it. was it. Like I think I might have gone to a couple matches with the Money Cup when Johnny Pekka and Magic Head and I think Magic Head, yeah,
Yeah, Magic, yeah.
they were playing at that stadium.
Oh, what car? Yeah.
And at the time,
And Dragon.
Michael,
and
yeah.
Andrew Bird was the guy when he run on, everybody start cheering all them kind of thing, you know.
The big baller, yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't involved. I wasn't in, like my sporting life was just at Meadowbrook.
Yeah, you know the significance of that at all. Well, Master and the man said never even listen cricket.
No, the commentary, the party,
With the Great West Indies team, and he wasn't listening cricket, so him definitely was not.
No.
Yeah.
It's after I got involved in it, then that was it started.
Right.
Even my batting developed from Mr. Here on the tennis court at the court there, eh?
Yeah.
Just with those tennis balls, giving you footwork, doing that, and I just start catching on. When I started playing, as I say, my person that I used to look up to at the sunlight when I started was Goosey. Because Goosey was the bowler. And Goosey start feeling. I was like, he takes some amazing catches.
Yeah.
You know?
Opening bowler and opening batsman.
Yeah, Goosey was opening bowler and opening bats.
Yeah.
So it's a funny that you mentioned that, John, because one of the questions I had for you was, which cricketer did you really pattern your game after?
Well, let's see, there's Goosey. And then the feeling, the person who I admired feeling the most, Kirktony Banks. I thought that guy was amazing. Like, even sometimes you're watching some baseball or something like that, and you see those guys make some catches, and I'm saying, but he used to do it barehanded.
Yep. And whether in the gully or under the bat, yeah.
Go on. And yeah, that's amazing. If you're out on the outfield, don't bother to run at second. See, I run no. Yeah.
I try my best to try to step up my game where he's concerned, man. Like, I look up to him, Banks.
Yeah.
Because I say I only played with Goosey once, and I wasn't really on the field with them a lot. I was mostly
again. Can I guess prove your point? Because I was expecting to hear somebody like Lawrence or Gordon Greenwich, because that is why we started calling you cut shot, because of Gordon Greenwich and that ferocious cut shot that Greenwich had.
Yeah.
And because you love the cut shot so much and you hit it so hard through cover and cover point. That's why we started calling it cut shot, because of Greenwich.
I never modified the year up on the ground, Master.
Yeah. So that is why, but then again, it just, I guess, proves your point when you said you were really not following international cricket at that level, because there was no one at that level who you pattern your game off.
No.
Interesting.
Let me ask you something, John. I know Master mentioned that. You remember Ali cracking over square leg for a 6?
Cracking?
Yeah. Cracking bunks it to you. I try remember. I tell Chad about this, and Chad say, in the serious, you know who Kraken was? You remember that?
Yeah, man, Kraken was the man. At that time, everybody wanted to be like Kraken. That's why we start bowling fast.
Yeah, man, Kraken are the fastest thing ever come on Meadowbrook, man. I'll be the best fast bowler. I think we should make West Indies team. We never make West Indies team. That's my opinion on Kraken. I mean, Kraken is better. Enough man to make West Indies team. So you remember I him over square leg for 6?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, you know, I admit that. Master, anyway, John take some hook shot, like he might come out that way, but he might hook same way. You know, John carry the master. He might go towards cover point, go towards the name then to the slip. But he might hook same way. I'm not just moving him, I swing the bat same way. I think I want him 6 at John.
I was very comfortable on my hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was very, very comfortable on my hand side. The guy that had the cover shot and the half drive was Wigan.
Yeah, Wigan, yeah.
So I look around and try to improve my game, as with the guys that I'm playing with,
So it is cover drive come out of Meadowbrook at Chris Shredder, man. What I say?
Cheddar.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cheddar,
man.
Cheddar was militant in them thing, man.
Yeah, man. Cheddar, the sweetest cover drive. I don't know between him and Dougie which one, but I think Cheddar still can. Cheddar was just
Doug,
finesse.
Doug, he was nice, man. He
Yeah,
was
but
nice.
Don't what more brute force on Cheddar.
yeah,
Cheddar was all
yeah.
timing,
Dougie
yeah.
was ruthless, but Cheddar was finesse
All
first
timing,
time
Yeah,
in
all
fight.
timing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Cheddar give the impression like him not like the bar, but it's all timing. Yes. Yeah.
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just roll off. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Not barely hear it.
Let me ask you something about the football, John. I come back to the cricket. I'm ask you about the 84 finals against Calabar and the Spalding Cup final because Dirk one come out a week ago and him clear up the story and people have said Dirk fouled the stump and him never fouled the stump. So,
Yeah.
but the football, you went to the Colts finals with that team there, that great Colts team there in 1982.
Yeah.
At the same year, we win the Sunlight Cup.
Yeah.
Were you surprised that team went to the Colts finals?
From the summer before that, we were doing something good.
Yeah.
We started training and everything. Like the guys started being serious, and we developed a good team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a good team. So like there was no competition. It was just we beating ourselves. That's all I could say.
On the bet and the field in the so good that the
Everybody.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I said that we went to a practice match in at KC again, and I played. I was the center half at the time. And Mr. Here say, "Good game, Johno." I don't think my head got jarred on yet, and my head still swelling up. Yeah, Mr. Here said something like that. He's like, it felt so good, man. Like Mr. Here saying this is like, man.
Yeah.
You feel good in yourself, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was a good team. The synergy was there again.
The team thing again.
Team.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that we started doing, we start scoring. No celebration. We just ready for the next one. Ready for the next one. And you know that was it. And as I say, we played good together. We supported one another.
Yeah. It's a pity it never go on to win, but sometimes that's the luck. Some of them are now win.
Yeah. As I say, we probably was robbed in that game, but that's how it is, you know.
Yeah, we talk about that. Some of the man have talked about that. To say that game is like a handball. Like at the first hands I've got that with the same Meadowbrook. So
yeah.
That before Marlon had that in 86. So yeah. So let me ask you something, John. Which one I suppose you prefer more?
So why? That's exactly the question I was going to ask. Well, slightly.
Yeah.
And you can go, John. My question was going to be, would you consider yourself a better cricketer or a better footballer?
I would say I'm a better cricketer, but I enjoyed football more.
It's a two separate questions, Master. Which one you like?
Yeah.
And which one you played better? Yeah.
And that's the same thing for me, John.
Yeah.
I prefer football, but I was better at cricket because so from I leave school, it's pure football me play.
Yeah.
And if Meadowbrook play football, play.
Yeah. and Raymond can tell Raymond Roberts can tell how much year I win leading goal scorer at Corner League.
Yeah. You been a rock all?
Yeah. And not just rock all. And then our Corner League rocker was was one of the biggest Corner League, because we had a lot of Premier League player, Byron Earl and Wooldy Harris and all those guys playing in that league. Tegger was a goalkeeper in that league. About 2 years straight win leading goal scorer. Yeah, so I used to play a pure football. So that was kind of me too, John. I was better at cricket naturally, but I preferred football.
Yeah. And I was coming in my own as a footballer the year that I left school too, you know. Because as you said, that year was that was probably my better year. I played 85 the end of the season, and then 86 would have been the last year of my cricket. Because you know the cricket is the end of the coming towards the summer. Yeah.
So John, is 86 you leave school?
I never finished. I just can't leave. I got frustrated and I left.
So you know what people 86 Sunlight Cup team there?
Boy, I tell you, Jelly, the guys, as I say, with the home life and everything, it just never. I got frustrated.
Facilitate that. I get you. But
I was there because I remember that you guys came by to pick me up. because I was supposed to go to it was Tets to go play a match, and you guys came by, and I was there trying to help my father with some mechanic work. And they came and said, oh, "Come, John, let's go," and whatever. And I said, "You know what? No, you guys just go and leave because I'm not gonna." And that was kind of when I just walked away from school.
Oh, so you never go back. That time you repeat fifth form or sixth form?
In a sixth form then.
Oh, you never even bother go back
Yep.
after. That's unfortunate,
Yeah.
I know. I never even know
Yeah.
that. I think I know that. So you never go sixth form to get a master?
Yeah, master was a year ahead because I repeated fifth form and then I went to sixth after that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
My upper sixth year.
Okay, so that was why, because I thought we went to sixth form the same year together. Okay.
No, I repeated fifth.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's true, Johno. Yeah, that's true. You know why? Because I think, Jelly, this is another thing with Johno, right? Johno mash up all of the science subjects and could never pass English. So remember that, Johno?
Mr. Gooden told my mom, she came to a parents teacher meeting and said, "Oh, he probably can add 1 and 2, but he don't know if it talk."
That sounds so much like Mr. Good to add.
He can't talk to save him life.
Yeah.
I think it's the English it mash up why me end up go sixth form leave and I had to repeat, right?
Yeah, I couldn't deal with the English at all, even now.
Yeah, me not the same. Me struggle with that too. Me never pass English. The first time I go level like that. Me struggle with that too. Afterwards, when I start get to enjoy reading more, me get a little better at English. So yeah. I can identify with that too. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you prefer football more, but you played cricket better.
Yeah. And I don't know if I was a disciplined batsman. I don't think I was.
No, we can't. Me and Marson can't attest to that. Discipline wasn't your name at all. When I look for bat long, I make no single. There's no way I bat for a over and a lick of 4.
Exactly.
Like
I try lick of 4, Marson. Yeah.
You know where that came from, Jelly?
Where that come from?
Training, you know.
Yeah.
Training, like when I'm up against Itchy Burke, Paul Brown, Clive Edwards, and those guys on that concrete there, and they're bowling like it's like we were so competitive. I mean, there was no no friendly thing happening at those times, right?
No, drug thing, no.
So when a man coming on and leg of the ball and you started hitting it, you got so comfortable. So it's like when I go out on the crease, there's like no little nervousness, nothing like that. We kind of hold you back.
Mm-hmm.
So I just go there and just ready right away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a warm-up shot, not sure. I'm just ready to go.
You're ready for cut shot as a master.
Yeah. Kelly, you could have depended on John for go and get a quick 15 or 20 with no 4 and come back.
Yeah, it might make the fast bowler come off, lick him off time line from early, master.
Yeah. So when it come on to me batting, as I say, I don't think I was disciplined enough. But if I make ducks, when I go back on that field, you don't think you're gonna make one. That's the mentality I had, at the time, But like, it's as I say, it's just the team thing, the team spirit, and everything like that. Kind of just mold us in that way. That we just support one another. I mean, the cheddar might be the cricket, the bats. The Devon and Dirk and Dylan will be bowling. We're in the field and we're doing our thing just the same way. So it was right through and through, just a team thing, team effort. So even, as I say, even that live until today, because even in today's day and age, I'd be on the road driving and somebody would call up and say, "Hey, what's happening, man? What are you doing?" "Okay, I'm going to call you back 10 o'clock and see what you're doing. Where you at?"
I check up on you.
Yes, make sure you're not falling asleep or anything like. I go to New York, somebody say, "Tippy," we say, "Where you jog? Well, let me find a place so you can park. I could pick you up or feed you. Have your place to rest." So, you go to Chicago and we run into somebody say, "Hey, what are you doing? What?" And the same family feeling is just there all the way, same way through, Haven't lost it at all.
We never lose that at all. We never lose that at
Mhm.
all. Dan. That is good. Well, it a test through them conversation. When I listen to them, I enjoy I do them. It's like the memories them I come back same way. It's like
Mhm.
we never lose a comradeship that time. It was a special time, man. It is a
Yeah.
special time. It's like I'm glad we got through it. I'm glad me was there at the time for be a part of it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It was a wonderful privilege for me.
So we'll come back now in 1984, Johno, and then we're going back at the finals again. Any game you remember before the finals, eh? Any game was stand out to you? By that time, now you have big opening bats, Marston, right?
We played against.
Yeah.
We played against Tivoli.
Which part of what you play?
Down bottom field. I think with Tapping Cup. And I think we bowled them out for 41.
We play them in both the tapping and the sunlight.
Yeah. But it was a Tapping Cup because they beat you know, once you lose a Tapping Cup, Matt, that it's for you, right?
Yeah.
And we bowled them out for 41, I think it was. And they beat us. It was like.
And the dread cause.
The dread cause. I don't think I forget myself even till today.
I don't know if a run go, I ready to come back.
It was one of the matches that stood out to me. And the other match that stood out to me, I didn't get a chance to play. It was when Walsh came to the bottom field there. And I was begging, I was praying to God to say, legit, let me get a game. I wanted to face Walsh.
84, that was 82.
82, yeah.
Yeah, but I know bottom field match in the play. The match in the play at Melbourne, Johno.
No, man. Walsh come up down a bottom field, man.
You know, a man tell me about that, I can't remember.
Yeah, man. We play against Walsh at bottom field.
Yeah, man.
What year that was, Master? I can't remember that.
82, man.
It's something like a match.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a practice match maybe.
Probably a practice match, man, because I know me play against Walsh at bottom field, but it might have been a practice match.
Even umpiring at a match.
Must have been a practice match, man, because remember playing against Walsh at bottom field.
It was a practice match. It wasn't a sunlight competition.
No, it must have been a practice match.
Okay.
Must have been a practice match, John. I don't remember. You can't remember everything, you know.
I remember that was when I started in the team. That was it when I started coming over to Sunlight.
Yeah.
It would have been a practice match because I remember, and I batted left against Walsh match, and him just run off about 4 or 5 pace when him said, look, 3 foot 2 man, I come back at 11. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I come up on the throat. Same way, right?
Same way, yeah.
See, that's how dangerous it was, man. That's how. I know, when we think about back them times in the Master, and we dominate the cricket, you know. At the time when West Indies cricket was at its heights, you know. Our achievement is far more significant if we put it in that context, you know. We as a team were the most dominant schoolboy team in Jamaica at the time when West Indies cricket was at its peak.
Yeah.
When you put that in a context, and you realize it wasn't no like a simple feat we did in that 4 or 5 years in a Master, because it was.
That's true.
You might tell it's not just a win and West Indies team I like now. You see me, I said to you, but West Indies team and none for right home now about that. It was when
because because everybody had a top team because everybody wanted to make the West Indies team.
Exactly,
every schoolboy team
was
a decent team.
Exactly. That's the point I make. Master. Yeah. Exactly the point I make. It's not just every schoolboy throughout the Caribbean wanted to play upon West Indies cricket. That was that's the sport you want to play, cricket, not football at the time.
Yeah. So every Sunlight Cup team had 2 or 3 players who would be probably good enough to at least get called for trials or close to it.
Definitely, definitely.
All the teams were pretty good. There was no easy team.
Yeah, right. No, right. And that is why when we talk about what we're doing at them time, we have to put that in that context here, Master, because it put a little certain significance on it for no say we achieved that during the heights of West Indies cricket.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point I make. It in a sense, Master, and it worked much more because at the time when
you're right, because honestly, after me leave school, probably about 10, 15 years after me leave school, right? I still watch out some Sunlight game and some man I make a 200 and something on one Sunlight game. Game I start 10 o'clock and one man I make 200 and something. That could have never happened in our time.
Never, Master.
No way. The bowlers, them were way, and fielders were way too good. There's no man our time. Not
Yeah.
could I make 200, one man make 200 add in a sunlight game and start 10 o'clock and done when it dark up. No way.
No, it was the
Yeah.
most, in a sense, Mass, and put on that, it was the most competitive time in a West Indies cricket, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
When we won, and the fact that we won 5 cricket
And
trophies.
the most competitive time in schoolboy cricket too.
Yeah, right, that's what I mean, right. In a schoolboy cricket, that's exactly what I mean, Master. Exactly what I mean. Exactly what I mean. And we won 5 trophies at that time. It was no small achievement, man. No small
Not at
achievement.
all. Not at all.
No small achievement. So, John, we reached back the finals in 1984. Did you
Yeah.
think we could have win again?
Oh, no doubt. No
That's how
doubt.
confident you
No
were.
doubt. No doubt. Like when we lost that game to Tivoli, it's like you see that killer instinct.
Yes,
it was just
the dread
turn.
dark
It was
about
just
that, yeah.
turn up. It was just turned up. So as I say, I would go there, just put myself there, and I make my ducks and come back in. It's almost an impossible task for you to make one. The game has to draw.
Yeah,
What?
that Tivoli game was, I think, was a tapping cup game.
Yeah, tapping cup. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the Sunlight Cup game against Tivoli, that was a draw, because I made like about 69 in that game, or 66. So that the Sunlight Cup game itself was a draw, but the tapping cup game was the one. Them shellac way.
Yeah.
So how much I'm
Yeah.
bowling out for if we make 41? How much I'm bowling out for?
We never made it.
So, no,
What is
lad,
the fun?
before we go back, all that, what did really happen in that match, Master?
Boy, I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, Jelly, I don't remember that much. So I might have a mental block. Until John mentioned that, I never remember nothing about that match, to be honest.
That was the first time because we were going both tapping cup and sunlight. We were just going, just flowing.
I go for the double, yeah.
Yeah, and then Tivoli knocked us out because we beat Calabar and then we played. I think there was a semi-finals with Tivoli, and we lost.
Yeah.
And I was wow.
Yeah.
It was like it was a hard win for me, a hard one for me. You know.
Yeah, so you say you never have no doubt at all. So even after we make 100, I would have scored another match then. How much you make in another finals? 84 finals.
I don't remember. I don't even remember much of my scores or anything like that.
Because that's a team you have focused on. You say we can't
Just the
lose.
team. Yeah.
You say we can't lose.
Probably Reese made some runs. And probably, I'm not sure if Cheddar had made any runs, but with 100, not a lot of people made runs, but Reese probably made some runs.
Because Reese had made some runs in the match that was had to replay.
Yeah, Reese make some runs. Him talk about that. Match. When my one of the match did watch out match and the final did watch out. They got the first finals. Rainfall and then the second one we make 100. Yeah.
Probably the first one.
The first one he makes 70 at him. I like him that
Yeah.
match with a 1 on or so.
I think 77, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that.
So, and I remember.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
At that 84 year, I remember my worst match was the semi-finals with KC. You know, I don't know, I couldn't get it right. I remember Mr. Beckford said to me, you make the shot of the match and you get bowled the next ball. What is that? I was like, from that, I don't think I got bowled after that, eh? I don't think somebody bowled my wicket after that for all the years that I played after that.
You see the problem, Johno, your philosophy is there's nothing known as a good ball.
A good ball.
Right, exactly,
that was it.
Exactly,
and that was what got you in trouble all the while.
All the time.
No them thing for respect at all, Master.
Exactly.
No,
Yep.
You don't play the ball by merit.
No. Every ball is there for being hit for 4. That's their mentality. I say.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was kind of my downfall. My shortcomings in them time there. You know, and as I say, the lack of exposure, as I say, because I go to school and I come home and that was it. Like for the school thing is all right, but I never get a chance to go play like from Melbourne or no other cricket club or get exposure, no corner league, nothing like that, you know. So it was just limited to school and that was it.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, since night somebody asked me about a question that you know, Master, why I never play now? Because I never signed up for no club at all, you know.
Mm-hmm.
club cricket. And it was like in a your case, I'm just never interested.
Yeah.
Because I think what it happened to me, as me leave school, so my father did help me to buy a minibus. I'm a stone businessman.
Right.
So I never have the time to play cricket, master. In a
Yeah. Me have to go look work.
same, I was the same position, me in a master. Me never have the luxury for saying I could play a senior cup or a junior cup. Me used to play,
Yeah.
the fact is, me used to play the Evelyn Cup every Saturday doing a Johno. That made it love.
Yeah.
Evelyn
Yeah.
Cup and Minor Cup and whether I want the name. We play Evelyn Cup and this and that competition. I just say Minor Cup. Maybe Evelyn and Minor Cup alone. I win a whole heap of them competition there, Johno. I say never play no Evelyn Cup.
Errol Miller.
Yeah, man, I used to play Evelyn Cup with Roper and Miller.
Errol Miller, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Errol Miller.
Yeah, I used to play with the Evelyn Cup.
Yeah, man. Because Errol could have bought. Now, some of the Calabar man, they come play with it like Pepe and
Pele.
Pepe and Camo, I think you used to play.
Yeah, man. It was a nice time, man, because the same man who play and competitive with them come and play with the play Evelyn Cup and Minor Cup and all them things, man.
Yeah, so that's true. I did play some Evelyn Cup after my leave school.
Yeah, but that was just for fun, master. I never have a time to play now. I'm going to go to training. Yeah.
Awesome.
You just come play a match Saturday.
Yeah, because I was a member of Melbourne, and after school, I never got through the door of Melbourne one time.
I never became a member of none of them, master. Since I never think about it before, no. I never ever became a club member for none of the club at all. I was never interested at all. And plus, me about that thing, I just want to make some money, master. And some other
Yeah.
I don't want to make
Well, me never had an option.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Because 2 weeks out, pretty much 2 weeks out of high school, my stepfather put me out, so I never had an option. Me have to go look work.
you turn big man, them have a kick you out of the house, eh? You test him. You see him say, Johno?
Yeah.
But John, I never used to come check up at Glen Drive, man.
Yeah.
Glen Drive, I've heard the road.
Off
Manning's
Manning's Road.
Manning's Road, yeah.
Right beside the Super Value Supermarket off Manning's Road.
Oh, that's how you go up on your own now.
No, that's after me move off of the car. Me come off of the hill 83, you know. My parents move off of the hill
Okay,
83.
it's double rock all the time. Yeah, okay, I got you.
Mhm.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. By that time, so when 84, you live off of Manning's Road, certain way. Yeah.
Right, yes.
Yeah. So when we met the 100, Johnny, you say you never have no things so we're going to lose at all the same way.
No, man.
So,
Like, as I say, I believe in our team. I believed in our team all the way.
mm-hmm.
You know, because as I say, that one defeat with
Energizer, no.
Tivoli, yeah, it was like, okay, we can't let it happen again. And the next year we won the Tapping Cup.
85 during March and get himself in trouble again.
Yeah. You know, because even sometimes me get benched from say year, you know, but say you don't realize my situation. Cause me come a game like him don't know say boy, me glad me reach, but me come later, me can't say to him say boy because my mom and my dad says this or whatever it is, me couldn't reach and me couldn't come at training this way or whatever it is. He wouldn't understand that. If the excuse don't work with him none at all. So he must even try.
Yeah. He just thinks that he deliberately never want to come.
Yeah. All right, just whatever it is. But you know, I never saw, but as we say, like me enjoy my time when we get the chance, you know.
But Master, you can imagine how much more significant John achievement would be if him never have the restriction there.
Yep. You're 100% right, Briggs.
If trust me, John, if you did get the training and the exposure for your talent, because you come to school and you know, a competitive thing at all. I learned to pick up them things so quickly, and you became such a world class in my mind. Batsman.
Him just not naturally. Him just naturally gifted. Yeah.
If you never get the exposure to that, but that's a life go. You enjoy it as it was. You play for a winning team and all of it. And you just
man, if John did grow up in a situation like certain guys who him the Melbourne from him young and him get there, you know, and him come through all the club system there.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Couldn't stop him.
No. Western cricket is the panic hard for you, man. Especially as a gifted fielder that he was. So I said it's like John, a good hand at the bat, out in the field, a run, anything at all. Deep,
you know, the deep, a patrol, the covers, cover point, no matter where you put him.
Yeah. So when we make the 100, I'm say, and the next man, no Calabar come with champion and I celebrate already, Johno.
Yeah.
When we win that
But
match, and all that make you feel.
it was nice, man. Wonderful feeling. It felt good.
Yeah.
It felt good. You know.
Cause this was a different form of victory than the first one. This was like,
Mhm. Yeah, the next one we were so sure. This one now is like we barely get through.
yeah. So what the
Yeah.
different, what the two victory that mean to you in terms of the two meaning of them? The first one, which one mean more to you? The first one or the second one?
Because I was a more integral part of the second one.
Yeah.
It felt a lot
Felt more to
more
you because you were
yeah.
integral part of the team that time. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man, that was some victory. But I think the most important match we play are the one we never win. You know? The one that sets.
Mr. Jelly,
Yeah.
that match, you know, I was depressed all summer
I mean, after we lose?
after we lost.
Yeah.
Like depression. I mean, I didn't realize until recently that I was depressed. It's like you kept playing this thing over and over in your mind. How did you lose this match? How did you lose? Because, sorry, Dirk. I apologize to Dirk before me mouth, you know. The stump was fouled before when we could have won. And then when it was twice it happened.
But Dirk, them never fall on stump, Johno. I know you're dead.
I say it was twice it happened.
Tell me your talk about. I'm not certain for that.
When we were ahead, when we were before it was tied. It was tied when it was.
Oh, I got you. Before you have an opportunity to win the match, and that's what I say.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to win the match. We had the opportunity to draw the match, and we end up losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I went when I went there that day, like I was so ready, man. Like even I was there, and this guy was it? Cunningham was there. Just like nobody can get this guy.
Larry Cunningham, yeah.
And I was like just wanting an opportunity, and the privilege presented itself where he put one over towards the square leg, and I dove and I caught that ball, and I was the only one who appealed because nobody realized that I caught it.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that
turning point on the side, ball
turning
down.
point game.
Yeah. So what did happen at about the first run? What did happen that time there?
It was the same thing. Dirk was bowling and somebody threw the ball in that direction and the stump was full. And again, it was recently when I was listening to Freddie, to Hitchcock.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I thought it was that dead play once the bails fell off. I didn't realize if he pulled the stump out, he would have been able to win. Mm-hmm. Because I was close enough to Dirk to tell him to do that. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't. Probably remember I never talked about the first
time. Yeah, because that you see, memory, time dims memories. Because I know we could have won that game, but what I remember was that we dropped a sitter when we had them like about 80 something for 8 or something like that.
A catch.
Someone dropped a sitter or at mid-off or mid-on. Mm-hmm. Right? And the guy who eventually, I guess, guided the ship home was the one who was dropped. But honestly, I don't remember about the fall of the stump twice. I remember it happened once. I when we spoke to Dirk recently.
Maybe Johnny listen to you know listen to one here, Johnny, with Dirk and
Devon. Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, because Dirk I say him never fall on a stump. And the umpire
he said was scared that I dropped the ball. He just threw down the ball.
Yeah, right. Because the man already and the umpire claims him fall the stump.
Yeah. But I'm saying if we didn't know, say he could have pull up the stumps. Would I said to him, tell him that?
But
because I was right here.
Him not think about that, Johnny. He's so upset.
Yeah.
He think about it, you know. You run out the man and umpire go and extend around the man.
Yeah.
I understand him story. I understand it clearly what happened. Yeah. Yeah, but that was so much though. So why the match of the press is so much, Johnny? I think we could have win.
Yeah, because we won. As far as we're concerned, we won the match.
You know, I think so we could have win. You say we win to yeah.
Yeah, man, we win the match, man.
Yeah.
That's when we go here, people talk about Meekle. I said, okay. Like, the fear never did it for me.
Yeah.
The fear wasn't there for me. So it was.
It was
That much.
Yeah?
I wouldn't say I was depressed, but I felt bad for Johno because it's pretty jealous. Just like how you broke that glass seal and become the first skipper to win the Sunlight Cup.
yeah.
I felt that
It was your
taken
chance.
from me in terms
Yeah.
of
You
getting
kind of
opportunity
disappointed,
to
Master.
skipper.
I just some look point it would be
Yeah.
it would be some years up the sleeve that you're the first one to win all right and trophy. Yeah, I understand exactly what you're Master.
Yep.
Because we not come close to that since at all.
Yep.
I understand how you feel, Master. I'm sorry we never
Like,
win. I'm sorry we never win that, man. Because that would have been something else, right? Because as I say, we play against a set team and 9 of the man who play for Jamaica.
Yep.
yeah. But we were that competitive at that time.
Yeah.
Like, as I said, it doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter who. We were ready. You're going to have to earn this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Ready to take on any and everybody, man. Any and everybody. You know?
So when you go back at school today, John, when you win, you know, all the school, what the reception you get when you go back at school?
You mean for the
After I win the Sunlight Cup the second time, you know, and you go back at school.
me never feel nowhere differently.
Okay.
Me never like
It
it
never
never
got you
stand
at
out.
all. That's why I say, you never feel
No,
excitement.
it never stand out to me. No sense. That's that. Just go to school and we just feel good. Like we won yesterday. It was a wonderful thing. We came from the jaws of defeat, and we won, and I felt good. You know, and then as I say, the thing was that match with Stets was the one that really, as I say, it was a difficult one for me. It was a difficult one for me because I said we had it. It was just there, and we just missed it just then. It was a tough pill to swallow, as they say.
No, it was. That had the one I get to. I
Yeah.
agree the master. I had the love for the win that one. But you know what? We carry them to the wire, and that in my mind, I feel like a victory same way, even though we never win the trophy. Because after me hear their conversation, I say, yeah, at least we should share that trophy that you're at it.
Yeah, at least. It'd have been more fitting.
What happened there was small school, big school.
Yeah. And them not respect the school at all. Them not respect the competitiveness of the school. And but that's why we can't talk about it on a real business, because we just say we see it happen. So I said we gotta tell our story. I'm glad we can tell our story here, Master. Not we wait for the glean or somebody to write our story. We can tell our story.
Exactly.
From our perspective. You see me I said to you and correct the history. And who want compete then them can't come say it. Them can't come say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Johno, let me ask you something, because you never go on to go play upon a winning Walker Cup team there, because I leave school here.
Yeah.
You would have been part of that squad based on my mind at them and the skill you have and the competitive nature you. Were you disappointed when you hear some Meadowbrook win the Walker Cup and you're not a part of that team?
No, man. I was
You
really
feel
happy.
good.
I was happy. I was glad. I was like, it was good for me.
Yeah, you never go on the match,
Them never did the match, man.
Oh, you did the match. Okay. You feel like you're part of the team same way.
Right through same way. My team that. All the way. Like, even now, Jelly, going to a fuel station, go to a gas station, and me want to go, you know.
Yeah. Why?
Because it's a contribution to the field long there. Bottom field.
Yes, yeah. And they put on the function for you. Remember the function there?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You remember that at the only time we get on a certain way, you know. That function, a particular function there.
Yeah.
I remember it, we get a little trophy. We still have mine.
Yeah, man, me look on it. Me pick up yesterday. I look on it. Yesterday I look on it.
Yeah, man, that them little trophy there, you'd never believe says that after trying to pick point after 40 years. After 40 years this year, you'd not believe it.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
believe
man,
it.
when upon it, but my living room, they can look on it. Everybody can see it, you know. Proud of it. Me, the 1982 champion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, mine went missing probably about 30 odd years ago. So,
Mm.
yeah.
Oh,
You need a reprint. You need a reprint.
Yeah.
You need a replica, yes, man. I know, you need a... you need a replica, master. Maybe them make a conversation and bring it back for you certain way.
Yeah, me realize about the trip. Everybody talk about the famous trip. I go States, you know. The trip bus broke down, you know.
Yeah, we could talk about some of the fun times. Remember, talk about some of the fun memories there, Johno. Were you the on that trip there?
Yeah. And you know, Devon, skip Scabo. The Scabo bus out on the bus. I go, say, go on, Jelly. You overtake somebody, Scabo bus out. I say, go on, Jelly. Come on, I'll be a bicycle, I overtake. So, these things, when the memory come back to you sometimes, you just have to laugh.
Master, you did that much, eh? I went there.
Of course.
Yeah. So, Johnny, what do you remember most about that match? Because we're going down the match and wash out the day.
Yeah,
Williamsfield, the bus brought down at Williamsfield.
I come back in, yeah.
Coming back, yeah.
Yeah, I think me get a ride in because I never sleep out on the cold night. I think me get a ride with a cheddar or somebody come.
Yeah,
me get a ride.
They come with it, so I'm carrying some on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man,
me never enjoy the rest of the day. Full night. Full night, no man.
Yeah, that was one of the famous fun memories at that time. We can't forget that time, man.
I'll never forget that Jelly,
No,
trust
the
me.
cold Williamsfield, the coldest place in Jamaica, the bus got broke down. It was in December to Marston.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like before the cricket season started the following year.
Before the cricket season start, exactly.
Coldest time of the year in Jamaica to ride. December, January, and I broke down at the coldest place in Jamaica to ride. So any other fun memories you remember, Johno?
What?
Training ground, school, field trip, anything.
There was a lot.
Yeah, man. Name off some of them, man. We're going to have some fun with them, man.
Let me draw blank.
Yo.
Yeah.
All right, go on and think about that. Let me ask you another question. What the most embarrassing moment you remember at Meadowbrook you can look back on with a smile?
Well, mine was we were doing some fundraising for the team. Like we used to do some laps and you get X amount for each lap you do. So you used to go to your paper and you get your thing there. And as I say, and one of my wonderful days cutting classes, I was in the back behind the home economics stairs there.
Yeah.
I think it was Carson. I was supposed to collect some money from Carson for my farm. So I was there collecting the money, and Miss McLennan came around and picked me up, and I started following out to the office. So she came in and she started saying something to Miss Morris, and I think she was accused and saying she think I was selling dope or something like that.
Who's accused you, Mrs. Morris?
Miss McLennan. And I got upset. I got upset at her, and Miss Morris was saying to me, "Leon, no, don't go that direction," because I as I said, I was part of the time that I just got really frustrated at school, and then that happened, that transpired, and I just kind of I don't think I went back to school after that.
Oh, okay.
So that would have been in 86. So how many in terms of, did you finish the first term in 86? What happened? When did you leave in 86?
About April or somewhere around there.
Okay.
just when the cricket season was coming, because I kind of made a vow to myself, so I'm gonna redeem myself from the year before, because we lost to Calabar.
Yeah, the finals, 8-5.
Yeah, yeah.
Or the semifinals.
Mr. Cheddar said to me, "Hey, Johno, I thought I'd become CEO out there batting.
Mm.
I took it personal. I let him down, because I said, man, I'm gonna come out there, I'm gonna lick off this one quick, and come back home. But it never happened that way. I guess I went out with too much confidence, and the first ball, I got caught in the gully.
So they actually play upon a team that done if you finish school. That's what I say.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And as I say, I thought I grew as a cricketer. I grew as a footballer for those last part of the year. Like I started coming in my own. I think I was becoming a real good football player. And a much better cricketer. Because I think my discipline was coming around.
So Leon, so ask you a question. So did you tell Mr. here that you were going to leave school, or
No.
You just stopped coming.
I just stopped coming. And I say there was a match going. We were supposed to go against one of those country match again. It was Stets again. And the guys came back right at Greendale Drive there and stopped at the corner and they look up and saw me up there. And they said, Johno, you're not coming. And I think it was maybe a Reese or I don't remember who come up. And said, well, we come to pick you up, man. Let's go. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to come. You guys just go ahead and leave me. And that was it.
So you never had a conversation, Mr. here?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of just walked.
You were deep down weird that Mr. Year was not a part of the team.
The football team, it was a part of the 86 cricket team, no?
No, that's a mystery. I don't even solve it, John, because when the finals are playing, I don't even know if Master and aware of this.
Yeah.
The dread was in the changing room.
No, I wasn't aware of that.
You aware of that, Master?
No, I wasn't aware of that, no.
Yeah, man. Him there the match. But like, we up at the top of a Georgia the stands. I don't know what, man. I don't know what yet.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of anything there.
It's like a Rory and Becky. I don't even know if Becky was still at the school, but Rory almost. But by that time, the team so well, it's that really need guidance.
Yeah.
It's a city, but the technical
Foundation
part
set.
and the physical part, we're ready.
Foundation set.
And Reese captain the team and all them things, but it's like the dread was not in the training room, Master. Never, I don't know.
It's not weird, actually.
Eh?
The first man hear this now, I wasn't aware.
Yeah, man. It was, for some reason, there was some, I don't know if I'm on the administration or more likely I'm on the administration, but him never, and you can't ask Reese about it. I think Reese thought about it, but him just don't know.
Yeah, I'm not listen to Reese podcast yet.
Reese thought about it, and I think Reese thought about it more than anybody else, I think. And, yeah. But it's not something me not answer for. But when it come about, me remember, it's like me all the things they was there. But when the final, the man, the dread wasn't in the changing room.
Yeah.
Either for the semifinals and both for the semifinals and the final, Master. Something did happen. And I don't think it was him on the team or nothing. It was like him maybe on the school administration. Because if I saw that, Mr. Year to leave.
Yeah.
I don't know what it happened. Johno.
One of those fun memories, Jelly. We went to Clarendon College to go play, and it was wet wicket. I remember
that again.
And we took off to the orange orchards.
About Chapperton, I didn't drop out Chapperton. Yeah.
I didn't know you could get sick from eating oranges.
The amount of orange you could eat.
Everybody was sick on the bus coming back with fever. Some I don't know what they call it. Some fever, like was sick.
Yeah.
Man. We went hard on the orange.
Yeah, man. I remember that. Johno. So, the football. Hold on, no, me ask you that already. Johno. Let me ask you another question, though. What the best learning experience you get from your days at Meadowbrook?
I guess discipline was gonna be it, without a doubt. You know, you get discipline in doing certain things. You know, from those days back, because I remember the way Mr. Here would the thing that he would instill in us, the discipline part of things. It's like no matter who you was, certain things need to be done a particular way and no deviation.
Yeah.
And that came over in my adult life same way. You know, you're disciplined on certain things you're doing, and you know, it worked out better in the end because of that. Yeah, as I say, for me, Meadowbrook was like family, and even till today, as I said, I don't have friends. My friends are my schoolmate, my teammates.
From 40 years ago, 30
From
years ago.
40 years ago. I left Toronto area and moved to Calgary in 2011. And there's two people that I called back there. And I will be on the phone with my friends, my schoolmates. You know, if I haven't seen you for 20 years and I talk to you today, it's like we just said goodbye yesterday. That's the feeling I got. You know, from, as I say, you go, they have a competition in New York, you go over there. It's just same way. Remember, you squeeze up the bun.
Yeah, man.
And a man run, yeah. And a man just broke piece. No matter if you had the plastic bag left in your hand, it's just fun.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So it's just a family. Family. Remember leaving school and going back to school, and when we go back to school, maybe somebody who was in first form would know you. Johno, what's up? You know.
Man, remember you.
Yeah. And as I say, years after, same way. Yeah. And no matter who you are today, the same way we are when we were kids, the same kind of camaraderie we have, same way.
Yeah.
You know, you go there, you're gonna be on if you're unfortunate to get the mountain that day, you know, enjoy a mountain and call it that. Look forward to the next person.
Yeah, I think that was a significant part. I did strengthen all the way because the union that make sure say.
Yes.
And we were not showing no mercy for nobody at all. Nobody was.
None at all.
No care if you're a skipper or no skipper at all. You get mounted the same way.
Yes, straight up. With no apologies.
None at all.
And that in my work life, even today, they can't say anything or do anything to get you down in that sense because of those experiences that I had at school.
You become Teflon, man. You are Teflon because you're used to the mountain and all them.
Yeah, so like you just laugh. You see, people call me names.
Don't mean nothing,
Nothing.
Not at all, man.
Yeah.
You're right. And you make all of us stronger, you know. Everyone who was part of the squad and who survived.
Yeah.
Not even survived, who enjoyed it. Put
Yeah.
the right word. Because we enjoy it, you know. Because we enjoy getting it as much as dishing it out. Because I know I want to come out, me and say, I can't run and I can't do this and this and that.
Yeah.
Say, all right. My time I come with me, I come out first. I find something from out you for.
Something will happen. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm never afraid of the mountain at all, man. I welcome it, man. Because it's tough for me.
Yeah.
That's it. It make me more competitive.
Be a better person, yeah?
Yeah. But not, really glad to be a part of that. That's all I know. I was happy to be a part of that system that we are. Yeah. What if I call it today, master, and you think that would happen today and would I run a problem?
Oh, you don't run a problem. Bullying. You'd be considered a bully. Yeah.
Exactly, master. The bully I call name or copy. I say, mad man.
Yep.
A part of the course of growing up.
Yeah. Because if today day and age, people not satisfied with who they are. Your nose is this way, your finger is this way. You need to change it. You go plastic surgery here, there. You can't be comfortable with yourself.
No, we did very comfortable, man. And we, as I said, no, we out each other and resolve each other differences, not violently.
We could
Yeah.
laugh at ourselves
Yeah,
back
man,
then.
that's
Eh?
the main thing, Martin. That was the main thing. That was the main thing. The main thing. Well, you know what? The two and said from early in a master, because from me, I captain the team, me just decide say, me know me wasn't the best player. And no matter for you or Johno who just come from the team and come out me. Me not gonna feel no way, me enjoy it. Because I know it come. You follow me, I said to you. So,
Yeah.
And you know your time will come to dish it out back.
exactly. Exactly.
At some point.
And that set the tone right through, you know. It's like I say, yeah, man, you can't out jelly and nothing and come out of it at all. So that was the tone set there, matter. Me enjoy it. Me enjoy a git and I take it. So it never matter to me at all. So that was a good thing, man. That's a good foundation set a certain. It grew the team spirit in a ways where
Yep.
it allowed it. That's why I couldn't feel we should lose. I wanted to lose at all. And we play for each other. Yeah, it make a big difference, John.
Yeah.
A big difference to you, man. But me
Yeah, that thing,
yeah, go ahead.
another thing I remember with Itchy Burke. And they like we're in training and so you ask a question, when can you come either Wednesday or Friday? So he said, Burke, what day can you come? Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, man. That's what like man saying with a game, man. You ask him something and he give something different. That's I don't know if I'm serious this anyway, you know. Him that, you know.
That smile.
You just never know. When him come and give him conversation, you don't know if I'm serious this anyway.
Yeah, man. It was fun, man. It was fun being in school at the time.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's all the fun, man. Remember that I say, cricket was just an avenue for play, and winning was part of the competitiveness.
Yeah.
But the fun was all in the team spirit we have with each other, man, and the ribbon we do to each other, man. It made us tougher. Most of us. Cause some people probably never like it, but you know what? The people who like and enjoy it came out much better, yeah, man.
Yep.
As I look on that, it tough you in a certain ways, like it prepare you for life, master.
Exactly.
In a certain ways, like if you don't have that,
Yeah.
you don't prepare me. So no matter where
And build your mental fortitude.
yeah, man, build your character and your mental fortitude, man. Yeah. But me not gonna ask you, John, because when you send me a resume and I say, boy, you school. But at the same time, master and attest to this, say, boy, you mash up the science subject them. I'm so good not test it, say, boy, him can count, but him can't. Nobody ask him for talk. Right? And then
Jelly. Hold on, I cut you before we forget Jelly. I was in class with this girl, and she had to be off school for the first semester. So she was up in maybe about November, December, and she came back I think about January, February or something like that. And she said to me, Johno, let me borrow your notes because I was away. I want to make sure my book, her notes was more recent than mine.
Wow, Johno.
Serious? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I went to school, Jelly, and I don't remember one day studying.
Yeah, well, no, you see, that's an amazing thing you said, Johno. Because you're the child of Johno. You don't remember studying, you know, but guess what? What you achieve was no mean feat, you know. Because you're good at science. Me never good at science at all. And more importantly, you got 6 arm. Will I repeat? You repeat. Because I repeat it for 6 arm, though. I mean, I say, how you do it? How you achieve them academic success there? We never pay no attention to school. I can't to you.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just a good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good memory.
It's not like say you couldn't achieve, you never had a certain. You might take, as I say, me repeat 5th form. You see me, I said to you, and we go class and all them things. But yeah. So,
no.
Yeah.
Classes wasn't part of my curriculum.
I get that. Master, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. It was... Johno.
The dread never find out either.
Right. But you see the dread, I dread probably just look on the grades them.
Yeah.
The grades them, you just look on. Grades them. I just tell Mr. Year, when you reflect back on Mr. Year, Johno, what do you remember most about Mr. Year?
As I say, I remember the first day it was a year. That was the time he said to, blank your mind, think of nothing, and right through and through, just being disciplined, he push us hard. Remember laying on the ground, I'm say you just walk in your stomach, make sure you're ready. Just step in your stomach and walk right over you, He broke down the sport, cricket. That was where I got most from him. For me, that was a game I love after just being taught by him. This is what you do. So the foundation, somebody sent a clip the other day with Gary Sobers showing you, to hold the bat and making some strokes and all that. And that was the same thing Mr. Year did for us.
You mean Jeff Boycott? I think I saw that clip.
Boycott, yeah.
I saw the boycott.
Yeah. Boycott one here, Johno. Yeah.
Yeah. But on the tennis court, move your foot this way, and the faster the bowler, you in action, in motion, in this, in that, and that was it.
Yeah. You remember me saw draw the footprint where it's supposed to place your feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I started hitting that ball on that court, and it felt good.
Yeah.
And I could lose the taste after that.
You must say where you put your foot. Yeah, you're right. You must try. You're right, man.
Position.
Yeah.
Move your back foot over and then place your first foot. So if it's, as you say, if it's a short ball, you step back because you're in motion.
Yep.
Yeah.
You step back.
So the first one was back and across. The first movement. The back foot would be back and across.
Yeah. Start moving.
And then if it's short, you can go back. And if it's full, then your front foot come forward. Never forget that either, Johno. Trust me.
Yeah. And then those simple things, you throwing a ball to hit that little metal post with the little piece of wood. Bowling to hit it. Feeling to hit it. It was just competition. Running up that 3-story building.
Yep.
Competing, try to beat each other. 100-meter sprint, try to beat each other. 400-meter, try to beat, it was competition all the way, just having fun.
Yeah, run down Meadowbrook Avenue, up Rompton, Mannings Road, and come back down, trying to beat each other.
Yeah.
So, Johno, you ever cut across Rompton, feel it?
No, man.
And shortcut the race?
When I have to do that part.
And man, there used to cut across Rompton.
I try to keep up with Goosey and Curtis, but boy, I think this is serious.
No, star, man, Dirk used to cut across the Rompton field and wait until you, Curtis, and Goosey pass, and then, because typically, man, Dirk usually they're about 5th, 6th, 7th in them racing.
Yeah.
So usually just when and some of these days you really don't feel like it. But you shall just cut across Rompton field and wait until the expected first 2 or 3 pass.
Yeah.
Then they're the slot team.
Yeah, man.
So do you drive fall on the head?
No, that I'm aware of.
Maybe the car couldn't make it up the hill anyway. So.
Yeah.
Maybe Bug couldn't make them trip the last time, but I'm have to save the Bug for go home to ride. Yeah.
Yeah, man, what a hill run, running across the hill, jumping up for the gully, going under the barbed wire. So mentally you were prepared for certain challenges, because if you mess up, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah. Let me ask you another question, Johno. What life lesson you learn at Meadowbrook that you pass on to your friends and family?
Well, I learned how to become a team player. As I say, the discipline, you can't fall short on that. I became a better person. As I say, even the union, as I say, had a significant impact in my life because, as I say, words don't mean anything to me. So as I say, I've been called the names at work. You know, even the N word, if you want to put it in out there.
Politically correct term, them days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the person shocked.
Oh, you don't respond at all.
Yeah. You know what I mean? There's like, huh?
You don't
So
mean
it's
nothing
like
to you.
nothing at all. You know, so the foundation was laid for me there. You know, and I really appreciate that. And I'm really happy that I was there and, you know, learned as I went along.
You're right, but that's in a car. Our union, we call our team player the worst of names, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't use the team alone, master. If you slip up,
Yeah.
union I take you on right there and then, man. I make it more say,
Yeah.
you don't pull your weight. Yeah.
Nobody off limit. Nobody.
None at all. None at
Nobody.
all.
Yeah. You did excellent this minute and the next minute you slip. That's
Yeah,
it.
man.
You're getting yours.
I know what about that, though, and this in my mind we're missing now in the society today now. Is that people now want feedback.
Yeah. Thin skin.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna tell you, it's like you think about
Offended.
it.
No, they only want positive feedback.
Yeah.
Everything offend you.
You just think about the rubbish, the foolishness in that in what them want, you know. It's like you drive your car, master, and your car get negative feedback. I say, boy, 20 miles to E.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna run out of gas, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you ignore it, yeah.
Because you don't want to face negative feedback. I say,
Yep.
give me the negative feedback from early. Make the correction.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And that's what we're thinking about. I never think about that way, man. That's what we had throughout all them team there. We get the feedback, them both positive and negative. Because it's not that negative alone. We make a whole heap of runs, I'm gonna make you feel good. I'm gonna squeeze them on your pocket.
Exactly.
I said, boy, I take care of you same way. So I said to you,
Yeah,
the
true.
moment you slip up, man, you get the feedback that you can make the correction.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. I don't know how you can go through life and have the feedback at all. You're crazy. You're going to lose up. You're going to meet an accident. That's all I can say.
Exactly. Yep.
Serious downfall that come down your way. But it's like I said, there's positive feedback. That's not life.
Mm-mm.
That's not life at all, Dana.
Yeah, well, I'm thankful to some people who prepare the meals in my school. Why? Come in handy, eh? Save the lunch money.
Yeah.
But Jelly, I must tell you, you know, when I was going to school, I had a girlfriend, you know, but she never knew she was my girlfriend, you know.
What is that? A secret admirer, that? A secret
Tell
love?
You see me send home Shirley Biscuit for her, you know, because it started at Swallowfield.
Yeah.
So I was at Swallowfield with this guy who was supposed to be our brother.
Yeah.
The guy said to me, hey, my sister like you, you know. And that was enough for me, you know. I'm happy.
And she
So
come
one
to
day
Meadowbrook, Dana?
she come at Meadowbrook. One day in the first time, she come at the class and she say hi to me. I say, boy, I don't know, I'm going to drop to the floor, you know. Was one of the happiest days of my life.
So hold on.
The day that
Yeah, go ahead, finish up.
yeah, day that I see our sister, you know, here in Calgary.
Yeah.
I say hi to her and call her name. And she open up her eye and wonder who it is that call her. So I start confess to her. I say, boy, you wouldn't even know it, but it was my sister-in-law at some point. And she said, what?
So hold on. All throughout school, Dana, you never make her know nothing?
Towards school, man. So we talked to the lady. I said to her, I said, boy, I said, we see me come to your house, you know. And she said, yes. I'm going to start describe our house to her and our room and everything. And she said, what? And she called her sister and said to her sister, man, this is the story. And her sister came by and wanted to meet me because she couldn't believe it.
Sister live in Calgary too.
No, the sister is still in Jamaica.
Yeah. Oh, she called up on the phone at Jamaica. Yeah.
She came back and she came to visit and she came to Calgary because their parents live just outside of Calgary someplace.
Yeah.
So I never get to meet her. She left the message at the store that we met, but it never fall through.
You want to call her name, John, or you want make it remain secret to me? Eh?
Not too much information.
No. No, you don't have to. You don't have to call her name. You don't. Leave that one day, as we said, to behind the paid wall. You don't have to talk about that.
Yeah.
Anybody want to hear the one if I can pay for year that one, John? But that one stay here.
Yes, sir.
You separate the Johno.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, also when a man hears someone call Johnny, I say, who that Johnny? Who that? And some man might know who. Me know some of my friends might know who you're talking with. So
No, nobody not gonna know it. It was three sisters.
nobody not
But
gonna know what Johnny.
all
Seriously?
three of them come Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Only my friend from Swallowfield, a friend of mine from Swallowfield, wouldn't know who it is.
Oh, so nobody from Meadowbrook now gonna know at all.
Just the people from Swallowfield would know.
Ratted, Johnny. You keep that secret along, ratted. Fast.
Because my friend was in a similar position.
Who that?
My friend.
Who that? Repeat that, Johnny. You break up.
I'm saying my schoolmate from Swallowfield was in a similar position.
I got you. You might have seen
Oh, he had a girlfriend and she never know either.
One of the sister also.
Ah.
So we were a family.
I'm not keep it in the family and I'm not telling nobody no at all. I hear you. Wow.
So Johno.
Yeah.
So at Meadowbrook, who would you say was the most influential person in your time at Meadowbrook?
Influential?
Yeah.
Teacher.
Who had the most impact on you?
Yeah, teacher or student.
Teacher, student, friend, anything.
What? Never said this in the master, but I don't know if you remember. You know? Things like just the conversation. There was somebody we could have talked to, you know, and that was good. There was a thing at Meadowbrook when we started there. There was this film, this thing that I should talk about how to take care of yourself, with your hygiene and stuff like that. I remember that thing all the time. I don't remember what the name was, but they talk to you about, you know, your different stages from a child, puberty, teenager, adolescent, and going up there. You know, brushing your teeth, taking baths, and so on. And, you know, I remember they were talking about, you know, when you become puberty, reaching that stage, when they say you're more attracted to your own kind at that time. And, you know, it's recent. Me I look and me I analyze things, and I said to myself, okay, that might have been because people are shy. You know, and it's easier for you to talk to your own kind than the opposite sex. That doesn't mean that those feelings are the way it should, the way they call it out to be.
Yeah.
You know, and I said, we don't know how them stop showing that film at Meadowbrook, because it was very impactful for me at the time. You know, because after that, me keep all 32. Learn to brush my teeth and brush it properly. You know, take a bath and everything.
Yeah. You follow the instructions.
Yeah, man, it helped. Yeah, it helped. Because, you know, them time you used to get green. Put something grab a little underarm deodorant or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So those are some of the things that helped me as you grew along, came along, you know. But Mr. McGregor was my person that really was one of the teachers I really admired at school. Yeah. And then Mr. Gordon, Mr. Francis.
Francis, soft jazz. Was that the one that used to call, sir?
What was it? The TD teacher?
I'm such a pretty attack.
Sheppy.
Such a pretty.
Sheppy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he used to play some Melbourne Cup with it too.
Sheppy.
He used to butter a bit more, son. Such a pretty. Yeah. Let me ask you another question, Johno. What message do you have to give the existing students, our future student, our staff member? We're going to hear this podcast, yeah. Whether today or next year or 10 years' time. What message you going to tell them?
You know, try and decide something that you want to do with your life. You know, some career, some direction you want to go, and try to work towards that. You know, I was a little bit disappointed that looking back in my time, that, you know, we played cricket, we played soccer, I never had a conversation with anybody to say, oh, so what you want to do when you grow up? You know, that was never something. And because I was a quiet person, never talk, and I say I wasn't in school most of the time. I missed out on a lot of things. So you never had no career goal per se. What you wanted to be when you grow up was later on when this person, I don't remember what his name, came there, and I started thinking, no, maybe I want to become a pilot. And I started trying to make inquiries towards that, but it never panned out because I guess the person was a fraud at the time. So it never panned out. But, try to think of something that you want to do and work towards that. Ask questions, and try to achieve the goal.
Don't be afraid to ask questions. That's what I said.
Don't
Don't
be
be
afraid.
afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
Even if you're shy, you just need to ask questions.
Yeah.
That's hard to do though, but yeah.
Because it was hard for me, like it was. I was so blessed when I left school, man, because of you guys. Because it was easy for you to talk. Like I'm, like even today, I think I'm still a shy person. Sometimes I don't know if I want to hear my own voice.
Yeah.
And but I was able to get along with you guys.
Yeah.
Be a part of the team. Just laugh, had fun, had a good time, and let's say, there was a couple bullies there because I remember when I started school. When I think I wanted to know where to go eat lunch, and somebody say, "Oh, this guy named Pekka." Pekka was at the side the woodwork or the or towards the gate there.
What time? That before I'm coming inside. Yeah.
Yes. And I remember one day I went and bought lunch, my bread back and butter, and my sky juice. And this person, Dean Clark.
Oh yeah, man. I know exactly where you're at, man.
Dean Clark came and said, "Where's my lunch? Go buy my lunch and bring it come." I said, "No, I don't have no money for buying a lunch." And he took up a stone and threw it, and it hit over my head. And I told him some choice words. And from that day, I don't think he ever tried messing with me again.
Yeah.
And a tough guy I used to grow up with was a guy by the name of Henry Mead. He was related to Hitchcock.
Yes.
So that's why I get a little connection with Hitchcock from them time. But as I say, don't be afraid to talk. Ask questions. If there's any situation you might be going through, try and find somebody to talk.
Yeah.
Share what's happening. Don't just keep everything to yourself because you will defeat yourself that way. But just try to be open, and talk. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, John. I'm glad to hear say comfortable enough around farmer players and team members. Even after all these years, you're comfortable to come and have the conversation. When they are talking over 2 hours already.
Yeah, man.
I just say it just, and I would be surprised. I'm kind of surprised that you say kind of shy. You're comfortable at that, but you say, I just the environment and the vibe we would have for so long, it still exists that you can feel comfortable at talk.
Anytime.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and they say, I went down the other day and I haven't seen Minot few many years, but almost 30 years. And it was just like we talked last week. You know what I mean? So it's that vibes, man. It's that vibes. Because I've been through divorce, and I had people on my side.
Yeah.
Help you through, to deal with your situation at the time.
And tough times,
Tough times, somebody have your back.
Yeah.
And you can rely on them because you've been through the trenches with them before.
Yeah.
It's genuine. Somebody have concern. Time you just, dear man, just call you, hey, how you doing? It feels good.
Yeah, man.
It feels good.
Glad to hear that, John. I think the conversation epitomizes the team spirit we had at the time, right throughout all of the team member win.
Yeah.
which was the strength of the team.
Yeah, and
Strength of the team.
and then stop at school.
No, right. It don't. It's like we're confident and know say the man who will
Mm-hmm.
play with a go have a back no matter what.
Yeah.
On and off the field. On and off the
Yeah.
field, Johno.
Yeah. Worry about somebody going to talk behind your back or
Yeah,
say
man.
this.
Yeah, man. I got try throw you under the bus or try embarrass you and all them with it. No. You mouth each other and you toughen yourself that way, but it's like when you come to certain things, it's like you know, so the man have a back certain way, Johno.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That good fear. That good fear.
Yeah, man.
Let me ask you the last couple of questions before I ask you the last question. I'm master, the question I go for you too. I don't remember asking that question before, because I think I get that question after I spoke with Dirk and you and Devon. Cause Ian Trung give me that question, yeah. I don't know if you remember them. You remember them? Trung brothers, them?
No, not after.
You remember
I
them,
think,
Marston?
yeah, I remember one of them.
Ian and Richie. You know, when you used to open bats, they play on 80 Sunlight Cup semi-final team. Ian was the open bat and Richie was like left arm spin bowler. But two of them could have feel.
Mm-hmm.
Two of the best feel of them, Johno, apart from you, where come on afterward. But them could have feel. Them never was athletic at you in the outfield. But close up, them would not drop nothing at all.
Yeah.
So Ian asked me if I ask a question and I use it from that time, Master. And Johno, you take this first. How does it make you feel? I bring up back all the Meadowbrook memories after 40 years. How does this make you feel?
And the same, man, it's like, people get hooked on soap opera and then can't wait for the next episode every day. Them just ready for that time to come.
Yeah.
Me hear the phone ding. I'm going to look, I'm going to see it. I'm going to reach TV. Less than a minute. Less than a minute.
I hear you, Johno. Thank you for that.
Yeah, man. Like it's a refreshing thing, man.
Something different. You know, you ever hear something you never hear before.
Yeah, the laughter. You remember some of the things that happened. Like you were there, you were part of it, and it's like, man, it's just so good.
You want to join the conversation, even though you know you can't.
Yeah. Sometimes I said to myself, man, it would be nice if you have some video.
Yeah, some old. Yeah, that picture. So when that video never exists, sometimes on the phone, you could take a picture of them thing and show them. Yeah, that's a nice truth, Johno. That is a pity. I know. I talked to this week. I don't much remember. Remember Pepe
from Calabar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. He reached out to me from Facebook and I said, "Well, I'm jelly."
Yeah.
Well, I'm Pepe. I'm said to him, say, "Yeah, man, well, go on." I'm even tell him, say, "You know what? Whenever ready for come on, come get Calabar perspective, you know."
Yeah, definitely.
I love you that. Him say, him up to it anyway, you know. So I look forward to that. I can follow him up with that. Because I love your. Him and him brethren. Remember, I never brethren named Tyrone. He never play upon the team. But he was part of him. Used to move with Pepe. You still have Meadowbrook too.
Yeah, okay.
I remember Pepe used to play upon some of the Evelyn Cup team.
Evelyn Cup. Yeah.
So he was like a team member after a while doing a master. He was a competitor at Calabar.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So
it was like that. But it was like that with all the other schools. Like the other guys that come from the other schools, like on the field, when it's school time, we're fighting for our school. But when we get together, it's a good band. And I guess if you see them kind of team spirit from Meadowbrook, kind of rub off on everybody.
Yeah, Master, mine and Fiercey and restart about that when I ever talk to them. Say, when I play cricket at Jamaica, I know I play with some KC man or Campion man. And the same feeling them get, man. It's like a one team.
Yeah.
It's me. I say the vibe just good amongst the farmer cricketers. Them, It's It's not a bad vibe thing at all. It's like everybody I play as one.
Because even after I left school, right, when I was back in Toronto, and I would run into people like Dalkey, Dempstar, Darren, Dixon, and them guys from KC.
Yeah.
You would think that the respect between both sets, between them and myself. You would think that we were actually teammates on the same team, which was really just fantastic.
Yeah, you're right. Well, the respect we have for we is the same respect we have for them, Master. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is a good thing. That's a good thing. I suppose the respect of competitive nature and what we achieve.
Yeah.
Time, and look on at the right and say, yeah, man, the man come compete today in a big time way.
Yeah.
Big thing, damn way. So, Master, the question applied to you, too. How you make you feel I bring up all the Meadowbrook memories there?
Boy, nostalgic. That's one word I need to describe it. The second word I'd use is old. Because when you're thinking about that, this is 40 something years ago.
40 years to be exact. 82.
40 years, yeah, you realize, damn, I'm an old man. But the funny thing though, it is happening at the right time. And why I say that, because most of the people now who were involved, well, I can speak personally for myself, is at a point in my life where if this had come, let's say, even 15 years or so earlier when we're about certain, set up, make sure you're financially secure and all that kind of stuff, you couldn't really sit back and enjoy it as much.
Yeah.
But because it come at a point in my life where now most of the major things that you worry about in life, kids going to college, house and all that kind of stuff, you don't have to kind of worry about that. That is kind of out the way. No, you can really sit back, listen to these things, and really enjoy them for what they are, and then really enjoy the memories.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you even look at the groups like with Minot and those guys back home now, I suspect it's probably the same thing, because for the past, let's say between when they left high school and the next 20-25 years, they were busy with family and making life and all that. So a lot of that, even though they probably ran into each other, but the camaraderie that they have now, even going back and playing cricket together now, would not have been possible, I guess, 15-20 years ago. So this whole thing, Jelly, I think it came at the timing of this thing was really perfect.
Right time.
Yeah, man, the timing. You're right about that. It's an inspiration, as Devon McDonald put it to my best, I said, boy, Jelly, they sell off, Just true. And the best man put it to me, and I said, right. In a sense, it's like, it's an inspiration here, Master. It's an inspiration. It's not like, say, I do this. It's like me just follow an inspiration to say, boy, just do this. Let's go that way.
Just do it. Mm-hmm.
I not take no credit for it more than so. It's like, it's a something avenue come through me, and I say, boy, let me just go and do this and go enjoy it. We can enjoy it, do the conversation then.
Yeah, I enjoy everyone on the conversation I've been in and everyone that I've listened to.
Them. Yeah. Yeah, man. So I know what you say, man. You reach a stage in your life, you want to look back and enjoy, because for better or for worse, most of us are there in that 40 years.
Yeah, most of us might not be here another 15.
15, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
No, as a matter of fact, we could have to better than that. Most of us close to 60 now. Closer to 60 more than anything. Me are 60 in December.
Yeah.
If any of us live to be 100, we're lucky.
Yeah.
Like, well, look back on 40 years now, you remember, it's a good time to reflect, Master, and the timing is perfect.
Yeah.
You start take check by your mortality and say, now I got the round favor, so make it just look back and enjoy it. And you can't, it's like Dirk, I tell me same share to them son them, and them enjoy it. I'm say, good. You see me, I say, you share to the children them, and them look upon and say, yeah, man, your old man achieve that. And it will there. Grandchildren might visit one of them days. I said, that used to do at school and all them things. So
yeah.
It's a good thing, man. It's a good thing for everybody who can participate and want to participate. And nobody to, as me say, if a man just go to Meadowbrook for 1 day or 1 week and want to come tell him story.
Welcome.
Yes. It start out, what me say, with the cricket and the football and them, because when I start now, when I start, I know say, we as a cricketer are going to try to talk about it, Master. You follow me? I said to you?
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to do this, and even for me, when I go listen to them conversation, it's okay.
You're still happy.
Yes,
you're still good.
Yeah. Exactly, John. I'm sorry. I'm share it with everybody and say, and me realize, and me want to listen it.
I'm glad you never selfish, Jelly.
No. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm going to tape the conversation and say, boy, I'm just do it for myself and go and listen. I said, no, man. I'm sure it, man. And then realize that other people want to get involved, girls them want to get involved, and everyone has story them powerful, man.
Yeah.
Every week you hear something you never hear before. You say, but you never know that. You never know that.
Yep.
Every week you hear something different, man. So, Anyway, last couple of questions, Johno. Well, see, this go for you to my Master. And Johno first. Is there any question or topic whether like comment on where you never think me ask. Any question where you think me could ask, or me never ask at all. Or any topic where me never bring up. Whether like bring up.
Well, I think you have it covered.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have it covered. You know, I just think you kind of just allow it to flow naturally and things. So, you know.
Yeah, man. It's not no got your question. Yeah. I'm master. Any question where you think me miss, me could have asked Johno, where you want to bring up, or where you have any question in your mind where you think me could have asked?
Not really, you know. As John say, yes, there are some basic questions, you know, that you try to get answers to, but then, you know, in the general conversation, a lot of other stuff comes up.
Yeah, that just a flow.
So, yeah, and so it best to, you know, make it flow naturally. So I don't think there's really any major questions that you'd have missed, you know.
And one of the biggest complaints get about the podcast from some people still is that it's too long. I mean, I say, no, the memories can't too long here, John. If a man come and want to talk, as long as he want to talk, unless me have something else to do. Me not put a limit on the man. Me not...
Because I'm sometimes I'm listening, I'm driving, I'm listening, and I'm, you know, you get interruption, you pick it up back.
Yeah, exactly, John. It's not like say I have to start. If you listen to on a certain platform, you just come up back right away, man. Where you stop and they say to pick up back, man. Yeah. Exactly. So that's not.
And you'd have to listen. And you have to listen to it all one time. As I said, most times I listen like on a Saturday. I do some work around the house, you know. Yeah. And me just plug in, me put in my earpiece.
And you go and listen, yeah.
And go and listen and I go and work around the house. Whether if me I paint or me I do something, whatever it is, me I do.
Yeah.
And like you as me, you're the thing master, me jump on it.
Ready for go listen, Johno? Yeah. Yeah, and for you, I drive up and know some of this.
Yeah, if you drive up and down, I go good for you, you know.
Therapy this for you, man. Make the driving look less like I'm not driving, I drive, man. I know exactly what I'm talking about, man. Go through that myself. I drive up and down, me drive up and down to John. Not as far as you, just run Orlando area, so. And made the day blow off like a nut, man. Me I listen to man.
Yeah, listen, even like, as I say, some of the people that you don't even know.
Yeah.
Johnson, the teacher, Miss Johnson. Me enjoy those things, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's great, man. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, man. Thank
you. And it's filling so many of the blank, you know, the blank place parts of your memory because now don't fool ourselves at our age. Probably 75% of the stuff that happened we have forgotten.
Yeah, forget about it. It's like a oral history project, master.
Yeah, but then you listen to someone else and they fill in a little piece here and someone else in a little piece here. Right. And all of a sudden you start getting the whole picture again.
Yeah.
And that's why when somebody come here and make a claim or say something, me not run on nobody because me not gonna remember it.
Yep.
You not gonna remember. You can't remember everything. A man say this happened, you have to say yeah. And next man to come and verify it, I remember that say nothing at all. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all.
Yeah.
I just
your memory. It's what you remember.
Exactly. And you see that's the part of the problem. People like run out, people feel memory. I mean I said, nah man. You have to remember people's memory, man.
Yeah, so you remember it, yeah?
Exactly. If you try to settle a score now or something that different, you try to find a way to settle a particular issue. But we're not settling nothing here, so.
No.
It's not no settling thing at all. I say the memories are trying to flow, man.
It's my Meadowbrook memories.
Exactly.
And your Meadowbrook memories and Johno's Meadowbrook memories.
Exactly. And that's what I try to say.
And the reality is the police will tell you 3 different individuals witness an accident or a crime. And all 3 of them are there and witness that I get 3 different reports.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Exactly, man.
Yep.
Exactly. So that's exactly right. Anyway, John, let me ask you the last question. Come up my first question, let me ask you, and the last question. What made Meadowbrook magical?
Family. It's family. Because, I mean, you get to know how to deal with people because even though it's family, there's some family member who will still want to take advantage. Because I experienced somebody who when I started working, somebody came to me with an idea. to bring some pineapples to come and sell to make some money. And I opened my heart and my wallet to assist this person. And this person was just conning me. And this is somebody I came from first form with.
I think I know who that person is because I got the same story too.
And I think he's using him in my direction.
I think I know who that person is.
Yeah. So, but it's there, you have to know, you know who is genuine, who is not. So at some point, you have to decide, just how far you want to go with certain things. But it's family. It was a wonderful time. As I say, for me, it was a good mix of my brothers and sisters. So even till today, I still enjoy that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to hear that, Johno. Because some see it too. It's like a family school there, man. And in a sense, more than one. It's like everywhere you turn in Meadowbrook, you see a brother and a sister or a cousin.
Yeah.
Right throughout the school, man. Right.
Yeah. And from the teachers all the way down, as I said, the Mr. Beckford, G, all those guys, like they were such integral part of our lives, May I get the kid from Mr. Hassan,
Yeah.
And no hard feelings, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you wonder what did you do to deserve it, but it happened, but that's all.
You let bygones be bygones. You have no hard feelings with that. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
No hard feelings, John. I saw me look on it, man. Look, I have no hard feelings to nobody in Meadowbrook, man. Just things happen and you just say, yeah.
Part of the growing.
Part of the growing up, man. Part of the growing up. But before we close it out, may I ask you
I think I have probably one question for Johno also.
Yeah, go ahead, Master.
So Leon, Miss McLennan, what part do you think, she actually played in your development at Meadowbrook, one, and also in the success of the cricketing team, especially during our time?
Well, she was supportive of the whole thing. Like, I probably never had a direct interaction with her per se, but because of her the way she embraced it, I got caught up in that too.
Okay.
She was supportive. Wanted you see you doing something and appreciated what you're doing, and she made it known to you. Thank you guys for representing the school and all that kind of thing. And she was supportive. She doing something and appreciated it.
So, what you feel about that person, about that question itself, Master? How you feel about that, Miss McLennan contribution to that? May I ask you about that?
Yes. So she had a major contribution. Both on me personally, because anywhere she saw me at school, she would have a word of encouragement for me.
Yeah.
And it was not just cricket per se, but I don't know. I might be fooling myself because I know she had a special love for a lot of students at Meadowbrook. But whenever she saw me, I felt like, there was a special bond. Yeah, I felt like I was special to her.
Yes.
Right? So personally, that she had a profound impact on me. And then to your point, Leon, she was very, very supportive of the cricketing team.
Yes.
And she was extremely proud of us.
Yes, that's true.
And then there was a pride in me, the mere fact that we could actually instill, that kind of joy and give her that kind of pride.
Yes.
Because, being the principal at Meadowbrook, and, we are so like of champions not back to back, but 3 times in 5 years or whatever. I'm sure that made her very proud, and being a part of that myself made me proud.
Yeah.
And kind of happy that we were able to actually give her that kind of, a joy or a pride when she, I guess, went among her peers, so to speak.
Yes.
She did take, I can't each them, she did take a lot of pride in the fact when she got principal meeting. She could have walked in with such pride for a young school.
Mm-hmm.
It's me I said to you, and for she as a female now in a male dominated sport, because male sport chaplain and maybe only for male teachers and principal at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have better like extra special pride for her that she led a school that was so dominant in other sports at the time and the most popular sport in the Caribbean at the time. Because we can't stop saying that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can't stop saying that because the significance is so much more when you put it in another context there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is so much more significant. Because, and you're right about her. She was an inspiration to the team. She always encouraged her. Always encouraged her. On and off the field. You know so she have a back. You know that she have a back a certain
Yes.
way.
For sure.
That's what they know, you know. So, me honor her same way, master. I understand exactly what you say. So, before I close it out, I ask Tuano, any closing remarks? Johno, you first.
Well, that's why I keep on doing what you're doing, you know. I see you're doing a good job with this thing, you know, and I said the memories are pleasant memories, maybe not all, but you know, it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a good thing, and you know, however, we can continue to support our school and try to see if we could bring back those glory days. It'd be a wonderful thing.
Yeah, that is part of the goal too. If we can motivate back a new generation of children to take on what we did take on.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be a little easier because there's precedent to have done it before.
Yeah. Because I'm here talking to you right now, you know, and I'm thinking back in our days, we would have welcomed the West Indies cricket team for a game, you know.
Yeah, of course we take them. Right, man, we don't take them on.
Definitely, we would not back down for sure.
Not at
all. Not at all.
Would have no. You're right, but that's not John.
Not at all.
I name that time with the Jamaica team, and I guess that we could have picked up that.
We want when them in form.
Yeah. So you're right about that, John. That's what we think about yourself at the time, man. I say, you know what? Come on, bring it, come on, because see if we can't mash it up, man.
Yeah.
You tell that Litchfield that to me, I said, send Lara come to me, you know, because I have him ticket, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, any closing remarks, Johno? Well, the answer, Master, any closing remarks? Sorry.
Yeah, the only thing I'd say, Johno, Leon Coach Johnson, it was an absolute pleasure to talk to you again. You know, you're one of the few persons who, after high school, that I interacted with, we meet up. Remember those days when I used to be at Alec, I used to be down the road at Windham?
Yes.
And I would get my boss, Presida, and come pick you up.
Yes.
Yeah, so, you know, so...
You even visited me here? You beat me up in soccer?
Yeah. So you're one of the few persons who, you know, consistently over the years after high school, we kind of linked up because we kind of formed a special bond even in school in that team. And I guess because we were kind of coming from kind of similar backgrounds probably. So it was an absolute pleasure to talk to you again. And, you know, we talk from time to time outside of this. So you're not a stranger and I'm not a stranger to you. So anyway, so it was, you know, great talking to you in this particular forum. And Jelly, again, just keep doing what you're doing because it is bringing a smile to so many people and bringing a joy, you know, bringing back some nostalgic moments for hundreds and hundreds of us who passed through that great little school at the foot of Red Hills there.
Yeah.
Right? So just keep doing what you're doing and may God, you know, continue to give you the inspiration and the strength, you know, to keep on keeping on.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Master. Thank you to Johno. So, Johno, Leon, Coach Johnson, Garfield, Gary Master, Major Chance, Pat McCallum.
Dutch Pot.
Yeah. All I name will come Dutch Pot because I just had to tell me that name there now. Or you get that name there.
Cheddar gave that name to me. I have no idea.
Okay, we have to ask him then.
Yeah, you have to ask him. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I have no idea where.
Yeah. And you're trying to call it them. You're trying to repeat it. Anyway, gentlemen, the two of you, it's a real pleasure to have a conversation here.
Yes, sir.
God bless both of you.
Yeah, man.
God bless Meadowbrook and God bless us all. And thank you for coming, come spend almost 2.5 hours.
Yep.
It's a wonderful conversation, my brother.
Thanks for listening to Meadowbrook Memories, and remember to give us all the support and encouragement you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. And special thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince, who takes care of everything involved in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, this podcast would not be possible. It is his expertise that allows me to do what I love doing every week, having great conversations about Meadowbrook Memories, and he's responsible for everything else. So again, thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince.